So hello, this is Adventures with Jay Videos. I'm Jennifer, and this is Teddy, and this was not how I meant to start. Hello, those of you that are there. Oh, I have a few people here. Yay, okay. Let's see, let me catch up here. Shy Guy is driving home from work right now. Well, thank you for joining us, even driving. So you don't have to type anything, just listen. Drive safely. ACR Protect, yay, hello, good to see you. And let's see who else we have. Dina Curry, hello. Thank you for joining us. Mountaintop Skies. Thank you for hanging out here for a second while we had that rough beginning. Bushcraft rebooted. Hello. Nice to see you. Tori in Oregon, hello. Good to see you too. High Plains Camper is here. Wow, we got a good group tonight. Did I miss anybody? Let's see. Keep going. Oh my gosh, High Plains Camper, thank you so much. You know you don't have to do that. I really appreciate that a lot. That's, yeah. Probably it's gonna go to Teddy's Treats. Hello, Just Jason Keto is here. And Outdoors with Dan, hello. Thank you guys for joining. Oh my gosh, you recruited folks. Thank you, ACR. That is really cool of you. Something that I wanted to do tonight, because I believe they give me a few memberships that I can give away. So I'm going to try to do that right now. Let's see. I need to turn down the volume. If I can do that now, I want to give away a few memberships. Let's see. Membership gifting. Oh, I have 10 free ones to give away. Okay, you can send gift memberships. Yes, I would like to. Okay, sending out some free gift memberships for you guys, and let's see who gets them. Random Adventures 2.0, Chef Civvy, Anne's Place, Bice Family Tree, and Ari's World. Okay, cool. We've got some good people. I don't know if it's the people that are in the chat, but some people got some free memberships, so congratulations to them. How are you guys doing? Oh, Mike is here. Hello, Mike. Good to see you. We are just inside because it is over 90 degrees outside, and as much as I wanted to go out there, it is just too hot for Teddy and for me. So we're just going to be live streaming from inside today, and I apologize for looking away, but I've got a bigger screen here with all the different the conversation going. Okay. Oh yeah, Shy Guy, you never win free memberships. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. Let's see. Okay, I think oh, it's raining in Minnesota, Mike says. Goodness, is it hot there? Or just, is it nice and cool and rainy? Because that sounds nice. Wow, yeah, that sounds really cool. Oh, hello, Northwoods Adventures. Good to see you. Teddy, you're going to have to get down. So Teddy and I are just here. We're just live streaming today from indoors because it is too hot outside. And if you want to tell me how hot it is where you're at, you can go ahead and do that. It hit the high 90s today. And the last time I checked, it was still about 90. So we're going to be inside for this live stream. And it probably won't be a super long one because I think just having it be so hot, I'm tired today. Oh, there's a few more people in here. Okay, let's see. Possum Stops, hello. Good to see you. Rugged Northeast and Mountaintop. Sorry, my phone just turned off while I was in the middle of live streaming. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see and hear me now. The phone just went dark. Okay, just one of those days. My goodness. Hello, Mrs. Metal First. Good to see you. And let's see if I missed anyone else. Teddy is joining in on his squeak toy. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about a few things. One of them is, let's see, my last video, the San Clemente State Beach, did pretty well. I don't know if you guys all got a chance to see that. That was my most recent video that went out last week on Wednesday. And the one that went out before that, the Stone Creek one with all the ants, that one did really well. So thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate that. And my next video is going to be Crystal Cove State Park. And that's not coming out this week, but it's coming out next week. So I'm in the middle of editing that one. And that one was it's kind of a special trip and kind of a sad trip because well, I just realized, so last night through today was my very last camping trip ever with my other dog, Flynn. And I just happened to see it on my calendar and I didn't realize it until last night. But that was also at Crystal Cove State Park. So I took Teddy and we revisited the same park, and that video will come out next week. And we had a really nice trip. But sometimes I'm noticing when I go back and revisit parks that I've been to before with Flynn, sometimes those trips are a little bit harder. So I'm going to try to take Teddy on more trips to new places, maybe, you know, places that we haven't been before, because sometimes, you know, it's nice to make some new memories. Teddy is pulling on his toy. Oh, Ronnie in Tennessee is here. Let's see who else I've missed. Vanessa, hello. And and Exploring with AJ. Hello, AJ. Good to see you. I don't know. So I think I said hi to everybody. And I apologize. It's going quickly. Your army defined taller. Bushcraft, you were in the army, really? My dad was in the army, and so was my grandfather and my uncle. Let's see what we have here. So Shy Guy is still driving. Tropical vibe. Hi from Mission Hills. Teddy is so cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, he definitely is cute, isn't he? Yeah, he's... one of the reasons I decided to film, or to do this just from indoors, is because Teddy is able to run around inside. Yeah, I noticed my phone keeps going dark. I don't know why it keeps doing that, so I'll just once in a while tap the screen and hopefully keep it from turning off. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Hello, Florence. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Your boyfriend, trying to see if there's anything that you're asking me. Watching my friend. Hi from Scott and Flo. Well, hello. Vanessa subbed. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I enjoy making the videos, and I'm really grateful that you guys are watching them. And does anybody have questions for me about anything? If you do, you can go ahead and put that in there. Otherwise, I'll just ramble about things. Or maybe I'll bring Teddy back. Okay. Teddy's doing the thing where he keeps bringing me a toy, but he won't let go of it. He wants me to pull on it. Remember, people, hi, the live. Oh, yeah, don't forget to click click the thumbs up on the chat. I'm not sure. Oh, I've got 15 likes. That's cool. Mrs. Metal First, it is hot. Yeah, it is really hot. And here in Southern California, I think we're getting more humidity than we're used to. So just being outside, it's really hot. Teddy, okay. Okay, at least Teddy's keeping me. Oh my goodness, Vanessa, it's 111. Yeah. I hope you're able to stay indoors with air conditioning. That is really too hot. I was out in Arizona last month and we were getting temperatures like that. And I had a little bit of heat exhaustion from when I was going outside with Teddy. There was one point when I was outside with him where I started to feel kind of faint and yeah, a little bit dizzy. So I know that heat exhaustion was starting to affect me. And the funny thing about Teddy is that it doesn't seem to affect him much at all. He seems okay with a variety of temperatures, probably because he's young. But I also think he might have been an outdoor dog. When I adopted him, all that I knew was that he was a stray dog, but he doesn't seem to be affected by temperature much. Doesn't mind rain, hot or cold. So that's nice. I'm glad that he doesn't mind different weather. Okay, let's see what the conversation is saying here. I think I'm gonna tap on the phone once in a while too to keep it awake. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Bushcraft and ACR having some conversation going on here. It says likes, yes, likes are free. for now until government or Google finds a way to tax them. No kidding. It's like everything, you get taxed for everything. Tori asked me when I'm coming to Oregon. I will at some point. I want to really badly. I've never been there. So funny thing is I just had to, what do you call it? I had to renew my passport because it expired and I haven't gotten the real ID yet. So I currently cannot fly anywhere, I don't think, until I get the passport. That should be in a few weeks. But at the moment, I can't fly anywhere. So yeah, I can't come to Oregon right now. And I know technically I could drive there, but it's a little too long of a drive. And I have to keep in mind that my minivan is kind of old. Minnie is 20 years old and her mileage isn't too bad. I think it's 159,000 miles, but I just don't want to do a super long drive, not with my old van. ACR says, I have a question, Jay. Are you coming to the Texas meetup and bringing Teddy? Kind of the same situation. I can't fly right now. I have driven to Houston before. I don't think I'll ever do that drive again. That was way too long. It took me days. Oh my goodness. And my goodness, that was a long drive. I drove from out here in Southern California all the way to Texas. I think it was about a 22-hour drive. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Bringing Teddy. Oh goodness, and that's another question. I have looked into flying with Teddy, but I'll have to think about that because that means I can't bring as much stuff with me. I have to be able to put him into a little confined bag, and I don't know. It's just as good as Teddy is, it takes a lot for me to manage him and manage other things too, and to fly with him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can do that. I wish I could bring him with me lots of places. See, AJ says he's rooting for the doggy. Okay, now I just lost where we were. Okay, we have lots of, I'm sorry, this is going too fast. It's going so fast. Vanessa says, beautiful painting behind you. My mom painted that. I believe it's a Monet. It's a copy of it's a replica of a Monet. She is a really, really great artist. And Tropical Vibe. Hello, he says, how do you pick your next camping locations? Honestly, I don't put a ton of thought into it. I kind of see like sometimes like when I'm on my lunch break at work or something and I'm just like, I need to get my brain outside of work and relax, I will just look at Reserve California or the federal parks web apps, or look at just like different websites for camping, and I'll just kind of see what's available and when. I try to think about weather, and it's kind of funny. My niece and I actually have a desert camping trip scheduled for in 2 weeks, and I'm a little bit worried about that because it's going to be hot. But we do have air conditioned accommodations, so we do have a place to escape the heat. But I'm not sure what we can do outdoors, so it's going to be really hot. Yeah. Oh, Shy Guy, thank you for the treat. A little dog treat. I'm sure that's for Teddy. Thank you for sending that. Vanessa is in Arizona, I think. Yeah, and I go out there. Mountaintop Skies, you sent Sunshine. I don't think I've seen that one. I love Sunshine. Thank you so much. But despite the heat, summer is my favorite. It's my favorite season because of all the sunlight. We get really long days, and Sunshine is my favorite. Okay. Yeah, AJ says it's been too hot to metal detect because that's outdoors. That's hard to do. Vanessa's drinking water all day long. Yes. ACR asked me how I'm doing on watch hours. I do very well on watch hours. Thank you very much. It doesn't always show with the number of subscribers. It's kind of funny. I'm one of those channels that I got my watch hours before I got my subscribers. People watch the videos, and I appreciate that. That's kind of the best thing you can do for a channel, is to watch the videos. And I appreciate it. People are watching, and my watch hours are good for now. Yeah, I don't have anywhere near the 8,000 hours that people are going to have to earn pretty soon. I don't know if you've all heard about this, but currently, to be a fully monetized channel, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And I've met both of those, so I'm really grateful for that. But starting February 1st, they're going to require the smaller channels to have 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours. So if you have a channel that's even close, I would just, give it a good push and try to qualify before then, when the watch hour requirement is still 4,000. I cannot imagine trying to double the requirement. That would be really, really, really rough. My watch hours are really good though. Like they're, thank you very much for asking. Let's see. Ronnie says that's the question of the week. Yeah, I know a lot of my friends are not quite there yet with the watch hours and not quite there yet with the subscribers. And so definitely, if you see a smaller channel that's saying, hey, please watch me, hey, please subscribe, try to support them if you like their content, because, they're still trying to get to that, the minimum to be monetized. Vanessa says, I'm hearing that the tropical moisture is supposed to move in for Cali and the Southwest. Yeah, we're definitely feeling it. We definitely have an unusual tropical moisture right now that we're not used to. It's usually much drier out here. ACR Protect is not drinking water. Gee, I wonder what he's drinking then. I've seen some of his live streams. Okay, now I just lost my spot again. Teddy is a handful. Yeah, I mean, he is. He actually is. I don't always show it. I edit out some of the times when he's like getting a little bit crazy on his leash, but he's a good boy. Oh, hello, Christmas baby. And hello, Ron Diff. Hello. I didn't see you guys on here. Let's see. Christmas baby said it was really hot in the Pacific Northwest. Okay. Came home to Northern California to even more heat. And usually Northern California is cooler. Let's see. Tropical Vibe says, I really enjoy watching your camping trips, especially the beach sites. Thank you. I have a lot of beach camping videos, and I'm fortunate to be able to get out to the beaches and camp there. There are a lot of really pretty campgrounds out here in Southern California. So yeah, I have a playlist that has all my beach camping videos on it too, just in case you want to see. Is my screen frozen? On my iPad, I'm not seeing my face move. Let's see, I'll try to go down to the bottom here. Okay. Oh, Stealth Camp Sweethearts is here. It's Ashley and Michael, and I don't know if they're still short a few subscribers. They have their watch hours, so if you like stealth camping, or you just like watching a couple that are really funny, then you might want to check out their channel, because they need a few more subscribers. YouTube or Twitch? What does it say that for? Oh, is that not a question for me? I'm seeing some weird things pop up. Okay. Shy Guy says he loves long drives. I like them, but I get tired after a while. Let's see. I do get tired after a while. Hopefully you guys can still see me, right? Because for some reason, my iPad just not moving. It just kind of stopped. Okay, there we go. It got a little bit stuck. Okay. AJ's asking, do you research on the camping? Do your research on the camping, because some rules are tougher than Cali. Okay. Yeah. So like all the campgrounds have different rules, and I always look over those. I always have to, especially because I bring a dog, and I want to make sure I know, like, can Teddy go on the trails? Like, where can he go? I do always keep him leashed, or I keep him in his little enclosure, but I just want to make sure that we're following the rules. Yeah, we don't break the rules at the campgrounds. Okay. Oh, ACR has a Stella, the Belgian Malinois. Yeah. Yeah, Teddy's little, so even though he can be a handful, he's little, so he's easy just to pick up and, redirect. He's pretty easy. Sportsman's Chronicles, hello. Good to see you. Sorry I'm saying hello so late. I'm way behind on the comments here. Exploring with AJ said, you are the sunshine. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Yeah, my first dog I had, her name was Belle, and I used to call her Sunshine all the time. So I used to say she was my sunshine. Ronnie, yes, I heard about Dolly Parton. Yeah, that's really sad. I know she had to cancel some dates recently because she was ill, and we all thought that she would get better. So that's sad. Definitely send condolences to her family and her friends. Yeah, she's a big star, and she's definitely going to be missed. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. John says Idlewild is going to be in the 90s over the next couple of days. Yeah, it's hot everywhere because I was actually looking into maybe driving somewhere tonight so I could go somewhere cool for the live stream, and there was nowhere cool to go, at least not anywhere close enough to drive. When I was in Idlewild, it was on the cooler side, and if you see in that video, I'm wearing like a blue puffy like a fleece jacket because I was getting cold in the evenings. It was a campsite that was completely in the shade, so it got really cold in the evenings. Let's see. Shy Guy says, if anyone wants to watch my videos to push me over the 4K, Shy Guy Adventures has his 1,000 subscribers, and he's well over that actually, and he's getting really close to his 4,000 hours. And we don't want him to have to make 8,000 hours. So if you follow his channel, he does they're camping, he does hiking, and his most recent video actually did really well. It's a stealth camping video. That was a really cool one. So if you want to check him out, that's a good channel. Let's see. Yeah, Shy Guy, Dolly Parton passed away. I just found out a little while ago, it was after work. I was I was just checking my Instagram feed right after work, and I saw it, and that was really, yeah, that is sad. She was 80. Which I know to some people that sounds old, but I have a lot of close people, friends and family that are, in their 70s or approaching 80. And so, still, she was doing really well and really active for a while. So I don't think a lot of people expected that she was going to pass away. Let's see here. Yeah, she was having some health issues. Oh, Mountaintop Sky says that Shy Guy does fun lives too. Yeah, his live streams are a lot more interesting than mine. He walks around and shows you things. Mine, well, right now it's because of the air conditioning. I'm not going to be outdoors. I do try to sometimes do them from my campsite if I have a signal, but I usually camp at places that don't have a good signal. And I could just take you on some pretty walks, but Teddy, he pulls on the leash a lot, and I want to have my full attention on him when I'm walking him. I don't want to be trying to read a live stream, and I just don't want to do both at the same time. I'm either walking Teddy or I'm doing a live stream. Tropical Vibe, camp with your dad more often if possible. The one in the desert was nice to watch. Thank you. I loved that video. I love camping with my dad. Believe it or not, my mom and dad are camping right now with my aunt and uncle without me. So they won't camp when I visit them. They won't camp when I'm available, but they're camping without me. So there's that. But yeah, I like camping with my dad. He's fun to camp with, and the desert, that was my first and only dispersed camping. And it was weird going to a campsite where there's no table, there's no fire pit built in, there's no bathroom. I wasn't able to bring Teddy, so that was kind of a bummer. I think that affected my views a little bit. It was one of my lower viewed videos, but I got a lot of positive comments about it, like people saying that they really liked it. So I definitely would want to do that again. I know I was asking my dad, I'm like, can we please bring Teddy? But the ground had a lot of needles from all the really aggressive cactus plants, so it's not really a safe place for him. I do have boots for him, so if we did camp out in Arizona, I would put the boots on him, but I might not go to the same place that we were at. Shy Guy says it's awesome that so many memberships were gifted. Oh yeah, I can actually gift more. It's one of the reasons I did a live stream today is that I wanted to gift a little bit more this month. Let's see. Bushcraft says, oh, Shy Guy says, what are we doing at 30 likes? I'm not really able to get up and do anything, so I don't think there's much I can do today. I mean, I'm just going to be sitting here. I'm not getting up and dancing or anything like that. I'm not moving the camera. I'm just kind of stationary today. Like, what would I do? I can't really do anything. Share your joy. Yes, you got my live. Welcome. I'm glad you were able to make it. And again, I apologize if I have missed anybody's. My iPad is not scrolling very well. It's kind of skipping around. Like I keep losing my place. So I apologize if I've lost anybody's or missed anybody's message. So you can just always message again. Yes, so thank you. I'm glad that you're here. AJ is hoping to edit his 3rd beach video soon. That's cool. A like for each minute late. Okay, Stealth Camp Sweetheart sees a guitar, so maybe play for us at 30 likes. That's a baritone ukulele. Okay, so one of my other hobbies I have is, like, I do play the ukulele. I don't play it really on camera because, and that one is probably way out of tune. I don't really play it on camera because, I don't write my own music. Everything I do is copyrighted. Where's the one that I brought? Oh, there it is. Hang on a second. Oh, the one that I brought on one of my recent trips. I think this one actually has the tuner in it. That's why I need it. I mean, I'll just hold it and strum it a little bit. I'm not a singer, not a songwriter. And I do have a guitar over here too. It's just really big. My little staging area is too small. Share a silly story at 30 likes. I could do that. Share a silly story. I'm trying to think of something silly. I'll think of something. Tropical Vibe. Always look forward to watching your videos, and Teddy too. Well, thank you so much. Teddy has to dance for us at 30 likes. Well, I'll bring Teddy over here. Yeah, we'll do something. But yeah, this is a ukulele that I brought with me on one of my trips. Yeah, it's a little, I don't know, it might be out of tune. I'm not going to play anything. I don't know any songs. I don't have anything memorized. Okay, let's see. We would love to, well, Teddy's here. Come here, Teddy. Come over here. Come over here. He's right here. Okay, there he is. He was here in the beginning. Oh, he wants to look at me. So he was here at the beginning, but he likes to play, and I had that one live stream I had. I think I was in Big Bear at the mountain cabin where I kind of had to hold on to him because we weren't in an enclosed area. He got really, really squirmy. I didn't want to have to hold him the whole time, so we're in here so he can run around when he feels like it. Want to say hi to everybody, Teddy? They're here to see you. Yeah, you're live streaming. Yeah, Teddy is a really, really good boy. He, for anybody that doesn't know Teddy, well, if you've watched any of my videos since January, you've seen Teddy. And he's my little Shih-Poo. He's a Shih Tzu, Poodle, Chihuahua, Maltese, and a few other breeds, but mostly Shih Tzu and Poodle. So he's my sweet little guy. Keeps me company. And yeah, he likes to go camping, which I'm really, really grateful for. I was taking a chance adopting a new dog. My previous dog, Flynn, loved camping, and he's the reason I started going camping a lot because he just loved it so much, and I wanted to spend some time with him. I was trying to find a hobby where I wasn't leaving my dog all day because I have to leave my dogs when I go to work. So I wanted to find something I could do with my dog, you know, something fun on the weekends so that, you know, they get to go on an adventure. Okay. He just licked inside my mouth. That was too close, honey. I love you, but that was inside my mouth. Okay, but yeah, Teddy actually really enjoys riding in the car. Oh, I wish I could show you the picture, but all my devices are busy right now. He The other day, we went out to the minivan to get something out, and I opened the door, and he jumped right into his car seat, and he sat there like he was ready to go. I think he wanted to go camping, but we're in the middle of a few weeks of not camping. I did a bunch of camping in a row for a couple weeks, and then I kind of stopped. So we haven't camped since earlier this month, and we're not going again until the beginning of September unless I squeeze something in. But because of the heat, what I usually do is I try to get some reservations in advance, but then if I find that I have a weekend free, I'll try to squeeze in something last minute. But I'm not even trying right now because of the heat. So like I'm just not going to try to squeeze in another camping trip. Not until the weather cools down. Once it gets cooler, it's easier to go places because then I could go back out to the desert. Beaches are still nice in the fall and winter. They're just a little bit chillier, which I don't mind. After all this heat, I don't mind doing some cooler weather camping. The mountains around here, they eventually close for camping once it starts snowing. A lot of them have ski resorts, so they close the camping around that time. So I can't really do a lot of mountain camping in the winter, but we can do the beaches, we can do the deserts, and you know, I don't really live near like a lot of forest camping, but I want to try to do some of that as well. Okay, let's see if I've missed anything. See, he's a handful. Well, he's a good boy. Still can't, sweethearts, I can't play any instruments. Okay, you want to know what's funny and hilarious? Not only do I have ukuleles here and a guitar, but I also have a banjo. I just started learning how to play. I don't know. It's one of those things where I like to have a lot of hobbies. And I can only get to a certain level on my hobbies. Like I get to the probably like advanced beginner on anything I try, but I have fun with it. One of my other hobbies I'm doing right now is trying to learn how to draw. I think that's fun. And it's something that I'm hoping I can do while I'm camping. Although right now I don't really know how to draw, so I have to watch YouTube videos and follow the tutorials. So if I don't have any cell service, I don't know if I can do that. Okay, one more like to go. Oh, I'm at 30 likes, it looks like. Christmas baby, I miss my Shih Tzu. Yes, you mentioned that. Yeah, my Flynn was 100% Shih Tzu, and they are great dogs. And when I adopted Teddy, I didn't know that he was 40% Shih Tzu. It was after I did the DNA test, and I was so happy to find out that he was part Shih Tzu because that's a great breed. Yeah, they're great. Hello, Randall. Good to see you. Hi, Walk with Mom. Got a couple. Kane Corso is here. Hello. Did I miss anybody else that came in? Like I said, if I missed you, I'm sorry. That does happen sometimes. Bushcraft said my interweb was broken. The live just started. You know, I have trouble with mine too sometimes. Sometimes the internet is just bad. It's really frustrating. Let's see. Mike loves the beach vibe. Is this a beach vibe here? I don't know. Or do you mean on my videos? If this thing here, it's like a ukulele. It's a ukulele shirt. Yeah. Being out in California, it's, the beaches are inevitable. A lot of things are beach themed out here. Christmas Baby says that she has a shepherd and a husky. Not the easiest dogs to take on road trips or camping. Yeah, you probably can't really put them in a little bag and take them on an airplane either. Yeah, one of my friends at work has a husky, and I know that those are great dogs. And I love German shepherds. They're so smart. Let's see. Shy Guy, why are you talking about Randall's live stream? Hey, can't talk about other people's live streams. I'm in the middle of a live stream here. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys, I know a lot of you guys have channels, and if you have you have a certain goal. Some of you have already mentioned that you're hoping to get a few more subscribers or a few more watch hours. So I don't mind you guys putting a little comment about that if you want, so people see it. Oh, it was on the thumbnail screen for the entire time, like 30 minutes. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I hope everybody else was able to see me. Oh, Randall needs to get to 4,000 hours. Yeah, anybody who's below 4,000 hours, I really recommend that you try to get there, get to your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours before February. So you can become monetized and make the big bucks. Those of you that are monetized are probably laughing because you know it's not big bucks. But just in the last month, I've been monetized for a little bit over a month. I've made enough money to to pay for a campground fee and maybe some gas. Maybe not to fill the minivan's full tank. She takes a lot of gas, but I've made some money, and it actually helps out a lot, and that's really appreciated. I like the fact that I can get YouTube to pay me some money. You know, it doesn't have to be straight from my fans. It could be YouTube. Let's see. Randall says he's planning his first camp of the fall here in a couple of weeks. May have to use the AC tent. Oh, you have an AC tent. I've seen some people with those. That would be nice, having an air-conditioned tent. Yeah, that's... I would probably go out if I don't know. It'd be hard for me to set it up, but that would be nice. Christmas Baby has a small channel that she literally started just posting her adventures on. I just noticed it not that long ago because I know when I first looked at her channel, I didn't really see much on it, but recently she's posting some adventures. She's super new to editing and it shows, but having fun with it nonetheless. I think you're already editing better than I edited on my first videos. I still have some of my earlier videos on my channel if you want to like get a good laugh over my poor editing skills. But I was, you know, completely brand new to this. I had never edited videos or done anything like that before. My whole channel started because I decided to start taking Flynn camping, and on our first trip, I realized camping with a dog can get really boring because I was used to camping with people and talking to people. So Flynn would go to bed. He would always go to bed early. And our first trip, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think we went in the summer, but he went to bed early, and I was, you know, still daylight. I was doing my campfire by myself. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to watch some YouTube videos because I'm bored. And so I started watching people's camping videos, and I thought, you know what? That person's camping with their dog. I think I can film a video like that. So I started filming my videos on my second trip. And if you see that video, there's parts where I'm talking to the camera and you can't hear me because I didn't have a microphone. There's a part where I'm setting up a tent and I think I'm on camera, but the camera's pointing in a different direction. It's kind of funny, but I definitely try, you know, I try to improve my editing. I hope it's gotten a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, Tori desperately needs to get to 4K. I'm doing okay on subs right now, so hours it is. Yeah, for some reason, I had the hours like way before I had the subs. I don't know why. It was like I was joking that like people want to watch my videos, but they don't like it enough to subscribe, but they just want to watch them. So I thought, well, I appreciate the watching, but for some reason, yeah, I was having a hard time getting to my 1,000 subscribers, but I finally got there. And then I watched a video from last year when I went to San Clemente State Beach in March of 2025, and I'm talking about how I have 47 subscribers, and I realized my channel has come a long way since last year. So I can't complain. It did grow quite a bit, especially with the videos I did. There was my first Leo Carrillo video and my San Onofre Bluffs video. For some reason, those got really popular, and I got a lot more subscribers from them. And so that also kind of told me, okay, a lot of my subscribers do like to watch the beach videos. So I will always try to make sure I'm doing some beach videos. But I like to go to the mountains and the deserts too. You know, I like to have some variety. AJ says his channel is a year old. Tori is too far from 4K. Are you at least at 3K? Yeah, because if you're not there yet, yeah, you've got to definitely put some longer videos maybe. That's something that I don't really intentionally post longer videos, but some of my videos just have more content, so they end up being longer. And I noticed the video, the Stone Creek video that I did, that was about 30 minutes. It got a lot of watch hours. And the most recent one I did actually has a good number of views, but the watch hours are a lot less because it's only a 17-minute video. So sometimes I just don't have enough content to make a long video. If you hear that noise, Teddy's scratching. What are you scratching at? Scratching at the corner of the couch, which is okay. This is an old couch. um, Shy Guy retracted a message. Ooh, I wonder what that was. Still Camp Sweethearts. First videos are always fun to look back on later. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And you get to, like, you get to see my channel was kind of funny at the beginning because I started out, this is just my old channel, just my old channel that I opened up a long time ago that I just had random things on. And I started with more theme park related stuff and just random things. And then I posted that one camping video. And for the longest time at the beginning of my channel, I still had random things on there, just random videos. But then I realized the only videos I was really enjoying making were the camping videos. I really had a lot of fun going out to campsites and filming. I realized I didn't really like filming where there were a lot of people. I was getting self-conscious and I didn't want to ruin the experience. Like if I'm at a theme park or somewhere with a bunch of people, I want to be present with them. I don't want to be filming. So the camping videos, it was easier to film and I enjoyed it more. So I'm really glad that I kind of figured out what my niche was. Let's see. Oh, Walk with Mom says great backstory. Thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, if you guys ever want to know like things about my channel, just go ahead and ask. Like I don't tell that story all the time, but it was good. There was a lot of meaning. That's one of the reasons I know I may overdo it, but I dedicate every video to Flynn because without him my channel wouldn't have started. I would not have started. And I almost just stopped it for a while. I did stop it for about 3 months and then decided to resume it. And I'm glad that I did because Teddy seems to really enjoy it. And he's just really popular. He's popular on my channel. I kind of think I could be absent for a camping trip and just have him in it. He would probably do just as well. Shy Guy said he crawled over a bush in his first video for dramatic effect. Okay. The space was open just to this. Oh, you crawled over instead of going to the side where would have been easier. AJ says you're getting good with the editing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. I try out different things. Sometimes it works well. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I can't quite get the sound to match up. And I just have to let some things go because it's hard. Oh, with the editing too, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much of it is true, but I'm hearing that the music that comes for free with YouTube sometimes can get flagged for copyright. So I might be trying to phase out some of the background music. And I've also heard a lot of people say they don't like the YouTube music. And the songs are really kind of dorky, but I like them. I like some of them. The ones I put in, I actually like those songs. I don't know. I think they're funny, but I might try to start phasing those out because I don't want to have copyright issues in the future. Somebody just said they're working on longer videos, and Tori is working on longer videos. Yes, I have, yeah, you probably need to film more because I tend to film way too much and then I end up with a lot. You might just need to film a bit more and film things where you don't think you might, like, okay, this seems kind of boring, but sometimes it's good to have some extra, then you can, when you transition, just make the video a little bit longer because you have some great content, Tori. I really like your videos a lot. I feel like I could watch them longer. Like if you put in more scenes, I could definitely watch them longer. You don't need to, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I go between like I don't want to bore people, but I need to have content in my video. So, it's a fine line there. You don't want to bore your audience, but yeah, you want to put in enough content. So I think, Tori, you could put some more of your, I mean, you go to beautiful campsites. You could definitely add some more to your videos. Shy Guy says, do live streams. Yes, you do get watch hours from live streams. Shy Guy, I think you told me you get a lot of watch hours from your live streams. I don't tend to get as many. My live streams aren't quite as big, but I'm okay with that. I'm just, it's kind of just a fun thing I'm doing just to connect with my audience. It doesn't have to be like a ton of watch hours. Tropical Vibe says, be careful with Leo Carrillo Campground. Our dog at the time came home with ticks. That is good to know. Yeah, I do check Teddy for ticks, and he is on a treatment, but sometimes I slack a little bit. I don't always put it on him monthly, but I will be careful of that. Yeah, every time we go camping, I do check him over. As you never know. Um, Tori's going to do more live streams when it cools off. Yeah, me too. But like, this one ended up being indoors because I planned it a while ago. And then I was like, oh, I can't be outside. It's too hot. Oh, Shy Guy retracted his bad typos. Okay, thank you for doing that. See, and then it just skipped ahead again. Okay. Diana Prado, hello. I don't think I caught your name here. Oh, you said you love my videos. Yeah, you're gonna get into solo camping. That's great. It's really a lot of fun. The first couple times it does feel weird, but I really enjoy it a lot. It's really nice to get out there. I enjoy camping with friends and family too. I'd like to alternate. Sometimes going with friends and sometimes just having my own trip. It's actually a lot easier to film without people. It's a lot easier because it's really when people are there, you just want to talk to them, and it's hard to like, do that. Shy Guy says 40 likes and Teddy plays the ukulele. Sure. AJ said it's good to have a break. Yeah, well, the break I had wasn't a good break. It was after Flynn passed away, so I stopped. I had to cancel several camping trips. I wouldn't say that was a good break. I did not enjoy the 2 months that I did not have a dog. We'll just put it that way. And Teddy he will never replace Flynn, but he has brought so much joy back into my life. Hopefully that comes across in my videos. Teddy is like, he's definitely a blessing to me, and I'm glad that I have him. And right now he's shredding my hair scrunchie. I gotta grab that from him. Little guy, what are you doing? That's my hair scrunchie. No, here. You have toys. You have so many toys. All right, I'm just gonna hang on to him. He keeps me entertained. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Tori, I noticed that you were using Epidemic Sound. I want to ask you about it. I've heard about it. I saw that you were using it. You seem to have not as dorky music as I have, so maybe I'll look into that. AJ says I use Canva for my intros and outros. I use Canva for my my thumbnails. A couple of times I did run my pictures through AI just to try things, but I'm trying to mostly do, I don't know if you call them organic, but I'm trying to do thumbnails that are not AI and I'm trying to use AI less, just put it that way. I do sometimes use it with my descriptions, but I'm trying to even do a little bit less of that. Now that I kind of know how to do a description and I know how to do a thumbnail, I don't think I need as much help from AI, but yeah, I use Canva. Christmas Baby, I got copyrighted for my latest video, so I had to redo the entire thing. Was that a song? Did you? Yeah, I have to be so careful. At my Stone Creek video, at the end, you see me dancing. I was actually listening to copyrighted music, and I had to delete the music out. But I had a little speaker with me. In fact, I think I have it here. Oops. Well, I don't know. It's back there. I'm not going to grab it. But I have a little speaker, Bluetooth speaker, and I was playing music, and a lot of good songs were playing. And I was actually still filming, and I thought, shoot, I have to turn off the music, but I don't want to turn it off because it's really good music. So there were a couple of times where I had to just silence the sound and just put YouTube music on there. And it was a bummer because, I don't know, if you see my band t-shirts, you can see I listen to really good music. And it's too bad I can't just have Depeche Mode playing in the background. Hey, don't put your tongue in my mouth. It's too long. Okay. AJ says on the YouTube music. Oh, okay. I noticed that on the YouTube music. Mountaintop Skies had a few shorts get flagged for copyright, but it only affects certain territories. I have had that happen before. On my channel, I used to have some I would play the ukulele and just do like a cover song, and those would get flagged. And I did have a Disneyland video one time get flagged, and it was interesting because the section, it told me it was like a video that was this long, and it said this part is copyrighted, and it asked me if I wanted them to delete the song. So I let YouTube delete the song, and it left all the other sound in the background. It just deleted the song. But it kind of made the video less fun because it was at Disneyland. It was the It's a Small World holiday version where it was the front of It's a Small World, and a holiday song was playing, and without the holiday song, you just heard people talking, and it wasn't that good after that. So that's another reason I don't really like to record at theme parks. There's too much copyrighted music going on. Shy Guy says, I use Pixabay for free music. I still have to go through the copyrights despite being free. I don't know what that means. Go through the copyrights, like you still get flagged for copyright? Because none of my YouTube music has gotten flagged, but I did hear some people saying that sometimes they do flag their own music. I don't know. So I got a little bit worried about it. Oh yeah, Tori, of course. No, anytime. Like you're one of my favorite channels, so of course. Just the mess. Hello, Jess. Good to see you. I just figured out that you're Sam's wife. I just happened to. I was like, oh, I saw your name. I had no idea. Yeah, I love the Northwest Wind. That's a great channel. That one, he's a little bit ahead of me on on subscribers and watch hours. That's a good stealth camping and a variety of different adventures channel. Thank you, Diana. Yes, Teddy is cute. Tori got tired of using the same YouTube music. You know what? I am terrible, and I don't know what it is about me, but I like using the same YouTube music repeatedly. I don't know why. I just have like certain songs that I keep putting in. I'm going, okay, I'm going to have to change my music at some point. I do kind of just repeat. And if you go back to some of my videos from a year ago, it's still the same songs. Yeah, I downloaded a few of them, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put this song here. Diana said, when did you start your channel? Well, even though it says I started it, I think in 2012, technically my camping channel started in 2024, sometime towards the end of the year, maybe November. I'd have to look at the date of my first video, but end of 2024. And I was just posting not often. I'm on an every other week schedule now, but at the beginning I wasn't posting as often. And then I thought I got all excited, and somebody said you have to post every week. So I was thinking, oh, I'm going to make a video every week. So there's a couple of videos in there that are short and not very good that I was trying to like hurry up and do some videos every week. And I realized, oh, that's not how I want to do my channel. I want to put out a good quality video, and I'll just try to figure out a timeline that works for me. And, because of working full time and having other obligations, and it takes me a long time to edit. I edit really slowly. So I tend to, I'm doing every other week. And generally I'm able to get like a whole trip, filmed and edited. And so in general, I post a video every other week. Looking ahead at my calendar, I'm going to struggle with that a little bit for the next couple of months because I'm not sure if I have enough trips, but I'm going to work on that. If the weather cools down, I can maybe squeeze in another trip somewhere. AJ says, you noticed that on my thumbnails. Was it that I used Canva? Let's see. It skipped ahead. Okay, I hate it when it does this. Oh, the Balkan in the Wild. Hello. Welcome. I didn't see you jump in. And if anybody else jumped in that I didn't see, I apologize. Because it's hard for me to catch all of them. Oh, the bird is the word. What are you guys talking about? The bird. Yeah, I don't want to sing that song because that's gonna flag a copyright. Just the mess. Zero. Oh yeah, Zero. Hello. Yes, I'm a big fan of Zero. I know you have a dog named Zero. Yeah, Zero is my favorite Disney dog and my second favorite character of all the characters. Guess what my first character is? Have I ever said it on my channel? First favorite character? Let's see. Where am I going next? Well, I can't tell you ahead of time exactly the location because I haven't gone there yet, and I don't want to say, oh, this weekend I'm going to be at this campground just for my own safety. But my niece and I in September are going out to the desert, to a very hot place that's been over 100 degrees this week. But we have a cabin with air conditioning. So it's still at a campground, but it's an air-conditioned cabin, so we will be okay, I think. So that will be an interesting trip. And then after that, goodness, I have to look at my calendar. I'm trying some new places. Like I'd mentioned before, I kind of realized after going to Crystal Cove again that maybe trying to repeat my old campgrounds where I went with Flynn sometimes makes me a little sad. So I'm trying to go to some new places with Teddy. And I did accidentally book another repeat one coming up soon, but that one's fine. So I'm going to try to take him to some new places. And so I have like some beaches in mind, desert. I have some things booked, so you'll see that soon. Yes, Shy Guy says, give 0 pets for us, Jess. Please do that. AJ says, WTF? Why? Why do you say that? Christmas Baby said, it took me all day Saturday for one video and all day Sunday for the second one. Editing is a full-time job. It takes me full days, at least a full day. I've done a 12 hours, and I've done a 12-hour day just straight through editing and still having to do like a final edit the next day, and still having to do the thumbnail. Editing takes me a really long time. I take way too long. I take too much video. I know. I'm not really the most efficient person when it comes to that. But that's okay. I do enjoy it though. I actually like having the extra footage because sometimes I have to fill in something or I need to overlap. Or maybe I'm talking about something important, but I look terrible. So I'll talk and I'll show you something else. Like, oh, here's my campsite, but I'll talk because I might look terrible because, I don't know, sometimes the lighting is just really bad and sometimes it's good. I don't know. Oh, AJ says it's Canva. Canva is easy to notice. Okay, so maybe it's pretty obvious I'm using Canva. Balkan in the Wild, nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Shy Guy says mini. Why are we saying mini? Mini is my minivan. Yeah, Minnie is the minivan. She's parked outside in the heat, unfortunately. And like I don't know if you just joined, I was saying earlier that Teddy and I went out to the minivan to get something the other day, and he jumped into his car seat and he wanted me to go. I could tell he was sitting there, and I was like, "Come on, Teddy, we got to get out." But he didn't want to get out. He wanted to sit in his car seat. I think he wanted me to go. He's like, "Okay, we have the van. I'm here. Like, let's go camping." We'll do that soon. Oh, what YouTube did on Sweet Hair is because of a bird. Oh, bird is the word. Is this the video that you got copyrighted? Just Jess says, my 0 is in Canada with Sam. I spotted her 0 in the background. Yes. Yeah, I have, my favorite Disney dog in a couple places. Yeah, that one there's the one that you see on camera. But, yeah, I like 0. Let's see, Ronnie says, editing the chili video was brutal. Normally there's minimal editing needed. Yeah, I do a lot, and I'm talking and I'm moving around a lot, and I just need to do a lot of editing. I have a lot of scenes. I don't do, like, this live stream is different, but usually I'm up moving around and doing a lot of different things, and I have to edit things out. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jess. That's very sweet of you. Rapunzel. Oh, that's what you, oh my gosh, that's why you guys are saying names of characters. I totally forgot I asked you guys my favorite Disney character. Not Rapunzel, but oh my goodness, that's a great guess. Because, I named Flynn after Flynn Rider from the movie Tangled, and that's the Rapunzel movie. Yeah, so yeah, it's not Rapunzel, but that's a good guess. My favorite Disney character is not Minnie. No. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Walk with Mom. Editing trick, don't talk in the videos, and you can superimpose without messing the timeline. I know. Yeah, some of you guys don't talk in your videos, and I imagine that would be a lot easier to edit, because when I have scenes where I'm just, sometimes I'm doing something like I'm cooking or I'm making coffee, and I realize for some reason, I just naturally don't talk during those scenes, and like those are so much easier to edit. But the ones where I'm talking, because I do this, I ramble. And sometimes I'll say something and I'm like, oh, I said that wrong, or shoot, and I have to like cut and edit. The talking is hard to edit. Yeah, if I didn't talk in the videos, it'd be a lot easier to edit. Jacob, top songs from you. What are my top songs? Like, what are my favorite top songs? Is that what we're asking? I wear a lot of band T-shirts in my videos, and I'm not trying to be like trendy or anything, but they're literally bands that are my favorite bands. So yeah, so literally like my favorite bands. Like I wouldn't wear a band shirt of a band that I didn't like. So that gives you some clues. Um, JJR Jung. I don't mean this in a weird way, but I feel like I've seen you before. Okay, maybe you have. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe you're a person that I know, or maybe you've seen my videos before. Um, yeah, AJ says this is rare. She's sitting down. Yeah, it's just I'm tired and it was too hot today, and I'm not going outside and I'm not moving around or walking around or anything. So just bear with me. Just the mess. Ariel is my favorite. Ariel is great. I love Ariel too. Yeah, Christmas Baby, you knew that's yeah. Flynn's name was from the movie Tangled, yes. Shy Guy's favorite is also Ariel. Very cool. Still Camp Sweethearts. Belle is an amazing guest. That's the name of my first dog. You would think that that's my favorite character. She is one of my top favorites, but no, Belle is not. Belle is not. No. You guys are getting close though with these princesses, I just have to say. Yeah. Bushcraft. Okay, you said people enjoy the bloopers. Just roll with it. You know, it's funny. Like somebody mentioned that they enjoyed the bloopers, so I've been trying to include them in all my videos from this point on. If when possible, if I have them. But people have been mentioning that they like to see those. So okay, they're okay. But so what I do is I cut them out of the part where they're not. I'm like, oh, I don't want that in there. But I save it and I move it to the end of the. I move it to the end of the timeline. Let's see. Easier to put in audio later. You know, yeah, Walk with Mom says I like your taste in music. Yes, I know. You played a video before that had some really good music too. I've noticed that. Yeah, so yeah, some of us out there have some really good taste in music, but we just can't play the songs in our videos. I think we can on the shorts, but not on the long form videos. And I'm definitely a long form person. I'll put shorts out there sometimes just to be funny, but I'm definitely a long form person. Oh, yeah, I didn't know we were supposed to be guessing. Oh, I don't care. Still Camp Sweethearts, you got it. Snow White. Now, isn't that funny? My two devices have different comments showing, so I don't know what's current. Is this current? What's going on here? Okay, I think my phone is current. Yes, Snow White is the one. Snow White is the... Oh, and Diana, you said Aurora. I also like Aurora too. Love that one. Yeah, Diana, you said it's easier putting in audio later. You know, I know when I was with my friend Kit, last time I went to Leo Carrillo, she said that she mostly just films and she puts in music and audio later. But I don't know why. I like to have the authentic sound as much as possible. I do voiceovers sometimes, but I don't know. I tend to like to do the talking while I'm there if possible. Yeah, so Snow White is the one. Shy Guy, no, not Jasmine. I like Jasmine too. Otto Valdan said, "Hey, sorry if you mentioned it before, but where'd you get your trifold camp mattress? Did they have larger sizes?" I got it on Amazon. Oh, sorry, I got it on Amazon, and yes, they have larger sizes. I meant to put a link. I wanted to put a link. Somewhere I think on my, I don't know if it's on my last video's description, I was able to put, instead of doing a bunch of individual Amazon links, I was able to make like a little Amazon store, so you can just click on one link and then you can see all my camping supplies. And I tried to link that mattress, but it wouldn't let me link it because it said like this mattress gets returned a lot. And so I was reading the comments, the different reviews, and it seems like the quality of that mattress might have changed, because I got a really good quality one with it's very sturdy. It's not like, not like part of the foam is, warped, or, part of it's softer than it's like very, firm and it's very good quality. And it has a really nice cover. It's like this gray velvet, but for some reason, that brand gets returned a lot. And when I read the reviews, it seems like the quality might have changed because the way people were describing it, it didn't sound like my mattress at all. Hang on a second. Teddy is chewing on something and I have to see what it is. Nope, no. Oh no. No. Okay. Teddy likes to chew on backpack straps. Okay, he didn't quite get this one. Oh my gosh. Teddy, I'm gonna hold you. Okay? So he's the type of dog that when he knows I'm distracted, he starts to get into trouble. So normally really good boy. When I'm not distracted, he goes and gets his chew toys and he'll show me his chew toy and he'll chew it right in front of me because he knows I'll say good boy. But when I'm busy, he'll go get something that he knows he's not supposed to chew on. So I'm going to hold him for a bit. But yeah, so the mattress, the trifold mattress, there are a lot of different ones on there. I may try to find a different one that has better reviews and link it on there. But yeah, Amazon has them. I got just the single size that can also fit on my cot and that doesn't take up the whole back of my minivan because I don't remove any seats. I have, like, all the seats are in the minivan. The third row folds down flat and the middle row folds forward. So I have 4 feet by 6 feet there. So instead of filling the whole back with the mattress, I just have one that's like I don't know how wide it is. It's a little more than half. I don't know if it's not quite, I don't think it's quite 3 feet. Probably like 30 inches. I think it's about a 30-inch by 75-inch. And that one fits me just fine, but they did have ones that were full size that could have filled the back of the minivan. Yeah, I definitely recommend a trifold. And I intentionally got the one that wasn't memory foam. It's just foam because I used to bring my memory foam pillow with me when I was camping. And one time I took it to Joshua Tree and it was either in the low 30s or high 20s at night. Even though the inside of the minivan stays slightly warmer, my pillow turned as hard as a rock. It was horrible. So I don't use memory foam anymore when I'm camping. So my mattress is just foam, but it's really nice. It takes up a lot of space when it's folded up. So like right now it's out in the storage unit. I don't drive around with it all the time, but it's a good mattress. It feels like a bed. I really like it. Let's see here. Hit the live chat, Jay. What's going on? Oh, is that not working? What's going on? Hit the live chat. Did something freeze? Okay. Yes, Jasmine's another favorite. Shy Guy says you will have to show me how to do that, Jay. Reprimand your dog. Have a favorite princess. I don't know. What am I supposed to show you how to do? Okay. Oh, how to link Amazon maybe? Oh, how to make an Amazon store. Okay, yes, I will show you that. Sorry. Oh, it's definitely more comfy than a blow-up mattress. If you watch my Arizona video, I just had a really cheap blow-up mattress with me, and it was actually comfortable, but it was freezing cold, and I wouldn't recommend that. Maybe in the summer, but I wouldn't recommend that one if you want to stay warm. Teddy's a handful. Oh yeah, he's got both my hands full. But stop it. He's a good boy though. He's a good boy. Oh, okay. Shy Guy was asking me, not AJ. Okay. Yeah, there was a way I was able to go on Amazon on that whatever the creators tab or whatever, and it let me make a store, and then I was able to like somehow make a list and put the list in there, a list of all my favorites. So I'll see if I can figure that out. I'm not even sure how I did it, but I'll take a look and see how I did that. Oh, the same harness and color as Zero. Yeah, this is he's got the bright one. I figured because of camping and stuff, I want him to be seen, but he's able to slip out of it. He's super skinny. And he's got these long, I don't know, somehow he does this with his legs. So I'm constantly tightening it. I think it slightly loosens when he wears it because he wiggles around so much. Yeah, it's one of those where you can clip it on the front and that's supposed to give you more control. But what Teddy will do is he'll slip his arm through and it'll be on the back again. So yeah, it's getting loose again. I keep tightening these straps. I don't know, somehow he's figured out how to loosen it. Well, I still have people in here. That is very cool. Let me see if I can gift more memberships. Yeah, I have 5 more. Okay. This is it for my free memberships allotment. Okay, people who aren't here. Daniel Johnson, Charlie Alpha, Ozarks Woodsman, Geyer, Outdoors Dad, and Model Lori have received gift memberships. Well, hopefully they will enjoy my little membership. I don't have a whole lot of videos on there, but there's a few things on there. And I'm going to try it. Like, if I get more, I have some regular members that are on there monthly, and then a lot of the ones that people that get the free ones, they just, they hang out and they watch the free videos just for that month. And that's fine with me. It's not a ton of videos. Excuse me. Teddy likes to poke me right here, like when he's trying to brace himself. Oh, you know 3 of them. Yeah, I do know. I do know Ozarks, Geyer, and Model Lori. I feel like I know Daniel Johnson. Like I just saw him in a live stream. I don't know Charlie, but you know, maybe it's somebody. Sometimes it's people that are here in the live stream that just aren't chatting. I have had some people tell me that they watch the live stream on their TV, or you know, they're listening to it but they're not able to comment because they're either busy or they're on a different device that doesn't have a keyboard. And that's fine too. If you're just watching, that is also fine. Teddy is being super squirmy. Yeah, but you started chewing on a backpack. You can't do that. Yeah, he acts all cute. He acts all cute and oh my gosh. I don't know what you guys are seeing. I see words about where Teddy is, so I can't see. Shy Guy met Geyer Outdoors Dad. Okay, that's cool. They could be watching on TV. Yeah, some of my viewers have mentioned that. Oh, it's the little things. You should go to Thornhill Broom Campsite. Did you mention that one to me before? Because somebody definitely did, and I did look that up. That's an interesting campsite. That's up a little past Malibu, I believe. And I was reading on the history of that campsite, and that one is really dependent on weather. Sometimes the waves will come up, and you know, sometimes they have to close it. And I read that it was that some of the sites were damaged. They had, I don't remember what it was, like a big storm or something that damaged some of the sites. So I did read up on that. So I don't know if it was you who mentioned it to me before, but that one looks like a really interesting one. And it's right on the beach. They only have porta potties though. Yeah, I know the bathroom situation when you're camping just isn't great. A lot of the campgrounds I go to have flush toilets, but at the California state parks, they never have soap or paper towels, and the bathrooms just seem old. And those are probably the best camping bathrooms that I experience. At Stone Creek Campground, it was vault toilets, and I don't care for those because the vault toilets don't flush. And if you're camping anywhere near them, you can smell them because they have these, there's like these chimney things that stick out to get the smell out of the bathroom, but it puts the smell out, you know. And luckily I have never camped near one, but when I walk towards them, I can smell it from the outside. All right, let's talk about something else. Talk about something else. AJ says YouTube tells you what people are watching as well. Yeah, that is true. It's the little thing says, but it's beautiful right on the water. Yeah, the couple of times I've gotten to camp right on the water at Doheny, I've really enjoyed that a lot. So yeah, it sounds like Thornhill Broom is really pretty. It sounds like that area too. I don't know if possibly they're not quite as hot as we are down here, like a little farther south, but it might be a little bit cooler up there. Oh, yeah, AJ mentions that YouTube knows what devices people are using. Like I've seen in the analytics, it'll tell me if people are on mobile or on TV. It'll tell me if people are using subtitles and what languages possibly the subtitles are in. And there are people that watch my videos from other countries that are translating it into other languages, which is pretty cool. Shy Guy says, I'm shocked to see forests here with permanent porta potties. Oh, yeah, that's kind of gross. But don't you have a permanent porta potty at your campsite? Or you were building you're building a bathroom at your campsite. Yeah, I saw that in one of your videos. That was pretty cool. AJ says, when a friend goes camping, he bought one of those bucket bathrooms. Those are great. The buckets you just snap a toilet lid onto. My parents have that. Those are great. Robert says Teddy is awesome. He is. He's such a good little guy. And here he is. I kind of have, now it's getting dark. I don't have the lights on really bright because when I first started the video, it was a lot brighter in here. Okay, but I'm going to let him walk around a little bit because he's getting squirmy. I have to keep an eye on you. Don't chew on any plastic, okay? Shy Guy says, I was at Lake Cayuga back in winter at a park there. It had the nicest bathroom. It was heated, open to the public. Okay, I've never seen anything like that. Bathrooms have all been pretty bad that I've been to. Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. It was last winter when what was that campground called? The one that was at the Superstition Mountains in Arizona. I can't think of it right now. It was I think, was it the only time I camped without a dog? No, it was the second time I camped without a dog. It was during the bad time when I had 2 months where I had no dog. So it was last winter. I can't remember the name of the campground at all. But it had a view of the Superstition Mountains. Really pretty campground, and that one had a really nice bathroom. Yeah, Shy Guy built his own bathroom at his campsite. The permanent ones are buildings. They drain them. Not sure how, but it's kept up. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's like, is it like a, almost like a trailer type of thing? Because I've seen those types of porta potties. Christmas Baby said that on this last trip, she took her collapsible toilet with her shower tent and made her own bathroom. Yeah, that's what you sometimes have to do. It's nice to have some sort of facility to use if you don't have anything to go to. Yeah, bathrooms are just not my most favorite thing to talk about with camping. They could definitely be nicer. Yeah, it's nice sometimes when I go from that to going to like an Airbnb or a hotel and you have like an actual nice bathroom in there. I can't quite get that when I'm camping. Yeah, that's probably one of the drawbacks is the bathroom facilities. And that is why a lot of my trips are overnight, because that way I can do most of my bathrooming at home, or, or at least I can get home, I can just get home and take my shower. See, Oto says, we had just gone to Crystal Cove and so glad there were no mice this time. But dang, that tunnel was still flooded. You think you could walk through that? I'm really debating the next time. Crystal Cove? I don't go through the tunnel for Crystal Cove because dogs aren't allowed on that one. So I've never actually looked at that tunnel. I know that there's a tunnel that goes underneath PCH there. The tunnel that I have seen is the one for Leo Carrillo, and that one is always flooded, and people just walk through it, but the water looks gross. Like it's not that, the water is just a few inches high, but it looks really bad. So I wouldn't walk through that one. You had mice at Crystal Cove? Wow, okay. I wasn't aware of any mice there. I did see some ants, and in my video you'll see, luckily the ants weren't really bothering us at our campsite, but you'll see me walk over to the dumpster, and there was, I don't know, millions of ants on the dumpster. Like I went to go use a dumpster. I was like, oh, I can't touch this one. And the other one had no ants. So the one that had all the ants on it, I got a little clip of that in my video so I can gross out all my viewers. Sorry. I know sometimes I show you guys the good and the bad. I have to show you some of the things that go wrong because I don't want people to think that it's super easy camping, because it's not, and things happen. And I'm not like a camper by nature. I've only just recently started doing the solo camping, and I haven't even really had, up until like I started doing the channel in 2024, I only went on it just a few camping trips, and only one of them when I was a child. And I always had people with me that were setting up the tents and things for me. So doing the solo camping has been really different for me, and definitely come across things that are, gross, like ants and, things that go wrong. Like I sometimes have trouble getting my fire going. Sometimes there's things that just go wrong. I get injured sometimes. The nice thing about the minivan is, I don't have to set up a tent. So that part of it is easy. That part I really like about the minivan camping is not having to set up a tent. And I think it kind of helps me out. It helps me out with, not getting a lot of bugs in there because it's up high. It's not on the ground. Shy Guy asked me, do I have a tent? Yes, I do. You will see it in some of my videos. Like the last time I went to Doheny and my mom was there and we were cooking Korean food, I had my tent there. That's my main tent. Yes, you hear Teddy. Odo says, as long as you don't have open wounds. Yes. Yeah, no open wounds. I have had scrapes and things, but no open wounds, thank goodness. Ronnie says she should get a tent. Oh, Stealth Camp Sweethearts, gotta go. Work comes early. Okay, good night. Thank you so much for visiting, Ashley. And I hope you get your last few subscribers really soon, because you're gonna hold a live stream too, right? Yeah, good to see you. Instant tents are nice. I don't have an instant tent. I have looked into an inflatable tent because there's actually a company that offered to send me one, but it looks like it's really heavy, and it looks like I wouldn't be able to set it up or manage it very well by myself. So I'm still thinking about it, but I don't know. I really like the convenience of having the minivan. And I have to admit, the first time I slept in the minivan, I felt really strange because I had never slept in a car before. And I just kept thinking, this is a car. I shouldn't be sleeping in my car. I was at a campground, so it wasn't like I was just parked on the street. But it was really strange to me sleeping in my car. But I got used to that pretty quickly. And it seems like dogs, they love sleeping in cars. Like both Flynn and Teddy, they just, first night in there, they slept really well. When Teddy slept in the tent with my mom and me, he did not sleep well at all. It was on the beach, so we could constantly hear the waves. We did have a train going by, and occasionally people weren't loud, but occasionally you'd hear people talking or walking by to go to the bathroom, and everything woke Teddy up. So if Teddy doesn't sleep well, I don't sleep well. And he does sleep really well in the minivan, which is I'm really grateful for. Okay. Sister Krista said hi. Hello. Welcome. Shy Guy would like an inflatable tent. Yes, they would be cool. Yeah, Ronnie says hard to stealth with an inflatable tent. Yeah, I don't stealth camp, never tried it. May at some point, but it won't be with Teddy because he would blow my cover. And my viewers seem to want me to camp with Teddy, so I don't even know if a stealth camp would do well on my channel. I don't live in an area that's good for stealth camping. It is way too crowded with people, so there just aren't. It's like some of these stealth camping videos, it's like they drive out to their Home Depot and then there's a whole forest behind their Home Depot. Like we don't have that here. Like behind our Home Depot is another shopping center or a freeway. Like there's no just random forest in the middle of anything where I live. I live in a very crowded area. And then if you drive out to the forest, it's usually part of a park system where you're not supposed to just be camping there. Yeah, I just haven't seen an area that that would be a stealth camp here for me. Let's see. Yeah, I know that I feel like I've seen somebody try to camp in an inflatable tent. I don't remember who they did, but yeah, that's not really the most stealthy way to camp. 40 likes and Teddy will do jumps for us. Okay, if I get 40 people to like, Teddy will do jumps. I cannot make him do that. He just does that on his own, and I don't have his little thing, his little setup here, so I don't think I can make him jump. Shy Guy, why are you trying to make me do things? Okay. Yeah, SoCal is hard for stealth camping. Yeah, yeah, that's why I've never even thought about it. I like watching people's stealth camping videos. Like, I started, of course, with Camping with Steve. I was watching his videos before I even knew what stealth camping was. And he's up in Canada, so it seems like there are a lot of good places up there. And some of you guys live in places where you can find some stealth camping areas, abandoned buildings where, they're abandoned and vacant, there aren't, unhoused people living there, so I just haven't really found an area. Like once in a while, like I'll be walking through neighborhoods and I'll see like a nice little planter area and go, oh, I can stealth camp there. But, there's security. There's, the neighbors would call if they saw somebody in there. I don't think you could just easily do that. And I don't know how you guys do the stealth camping because um, I was at a park the other day and like I swear like if somebody was behind a tree, I could see them. Like I don't know how you guys are able to hide so well. Like even if people were wearing camouflage, I could still see the movement of a person. So that's really cool that you guys can stay hidden there and not get caught. Let's see here. Whoops. I lost the chat. Oh, there we go. We're at 38 likes. Oh, Jess decided she just now decided she likes the live stream. Thank you for thank you for liking it now. I've done that before too. I've been on a live stream where like at the end I'll go, oh, I haven't even liked it this whole time. So that is kind of funny. Yeah, walk with mom. If I see a stealth camp here in ATL, it's already occupied. That's how I feel here in Southern California, especially in like some of the actual cities. Like where I live, you don't have people living in. I live in actually a pretty, a nice area there where people just don't do that. But there's a lot of security and a lot of neighbors who would call. Like if I tried to sleep in the bushes, they'd call the police. I don't think I'd be able to get away with it. And I don't think I'd be able to do my car either. Like, see, like even like where I live, my minivan sometimes draws attention because it's one of the older cars. If you're like, oh, that's a cool old van, like it kind of sticks out already. And if I put up my window shades and try to sleep in it, I think somebody would know. Yeah, I try to make it's hard because when I'm not camping, the minivan still usually has my pillow and sleeping bag in the back of it. I take out most of the other stuff, but I keep the soft things in there. And I'm always worried that somebody's gonna think that somebody's sleeping back there. But yeah, I try to make it, I don't like lay it out so it looks like I'm in there. I roll it up, but still, Jess says, I'm surprised Sam can do it with how loud he is. Yeah, if you've never seen the Northwest Wind, Sam, he can be loud. In fact, he is loud. He can be loud, and he is loud even when he's stealth camping. And he gets caught sometimes, and you know what? He just has fun with it. And that's, I love that different people have different styles. Some people are silent when they're stealth camping, and other people are just like, hey, I'm going to talk. Like the channel that just left, Stealth Camp Sweethearts, they're talking during their whole stealth camp. They're just sitting there casually talking, and they seem like they're just comfortable sitting there in their chairs. And I'm thinking, gosh, if I was stealth camping, I would just be silent. I'd be hiding. It wouldn't make for a very good video. I probably wouldn't even be moving. Oh yeah, Shy Guy says except for Lowe's. Yeah. Sometimes Sam has gotten caught. Jess says I'm still getting used to YouTube, trying to get better at supporting you all. Well, thank you. That's nice. When I first when I was doing when I was doing my videos, I didn't realize there was such a community on here, and all of a sudden people were watching, saying, "Hey, like they were just watching." And I saw that they had a channel too, and you just kind of it's weird. I never expected to make YouTube friends. Make friends with other channels. Like people ask me, like, "Oh, are you friends with that channel?" And it just sounds funny that I'm friends with a channel, but I'm friends with a lot of channels on here. It's pretty cool. Um, Jess says sometimes I think he wants to get caught. That seems to be part of his thing. It's like I dare you to catch me, and it does make for interesting video. So, I do like watching his videos. They're fun. Shy Guy says, should I try to sleep in my car and stay in a park overnight? If you want to. You could try that. Is there a place to park where people wouldn't look in your car? I don't know. Like, I feel like people would look in my car or you know what? If I parked at a park overnight, somebody would come and check on it because I'd probably be the only car there. I think it's just maybe it depends on where you live. Like some parks just get checked a lot, and so there'd be no way to park your car there. I think if I really want to stealth camp where I live, I'd have to just go into a neighborhood and just park, in the neighborhood and just try to make my car blend in with the other neighborhood cars and not, go to a park or somewhere where my car would be the only car. AJ says she likes to talk a lot. Me? Probably. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Ronnie says, I just watched the episode today where Sam camped in front of a flock camera. That was funny. I think he really wanted to get caught there. He was literally camping. Not really even camping. He was just sitting there in front of a flock camera. But yeah. I don't know, like whatever about that location, somebody reported him. And you know what? People will report people for the dumbest things sometimes. Like out here where I live, I was walking my dog one time and I heard a cat. It sounded like a cat was crying in the bushes, and it was right in front of an elementary school, but it was nighttime. So I was like looking in the bushes trying to find the cat, and then, a police officer came by and asked what I was doing. I said, "Oh, I hear a cat crying. I just wanted to check on it." And then he said, "Oh yeah, because somebody called because they saw you." I was like, "Really?" Like I'm walking my dog and I was looking in the bushes because I heard a cat crying. So yeah, like people will just call you for the dumbest things sometimes. But that's how it is here. That's why I'm like, there's no way I could stealth camp, because if I can't even look for a cat in the bushes, there's no way I could sleep in there. AJ says his movie theater one was interesting. Was that the movie theater that he did with Camping with Champion? That was a cool theater. Shy Guy says, I would camp at Home Depot here, but there are homeless in the woods next to it. Oh yeah, you got to be careful about that. If I try to go out far enough from where I live, I feel like I will come across homeless people. And there's like some of the wilderness areas here. Like I just don't want to be there at night because you just don't know who's going to be out there. Like my safety is more important than, my videos being popular, I guess. Yeah, be careful about being in parks late at night just because you might get in trouble. Mark says, sending you positive energy from Granada Hills, California. I've seen you message before from Granada Hills. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, positive energy right back at you. Thank you. Tori said, I had to step away to make dinner. Did I miss anything? No, we stopped talking while you're gone, and we're going to resume now. Okay. Shy Guy said, I saw one spot at the park I live streamed at. It was a parking spot tucked back. Okay, maybe that would work. Shy Guy said that I have 39 likes. I don't know. I'm not going to do anything at 40 likes. Was I supposed to tell a funny story or something? Walk with Mom. Good night. Thank you for visiting. Have a good evening yourself. Yeah, Ronnie, busybodies. Everyone up in everyone else's business. And I don't know. It's just, I'm sure, like, sometimes there are weird people doing things, but I just was walking my dog and I was peeking in the bushes. I wasn't doing anything weird. Just like I was looking for the cat. I was calling the cat. I wasn't going in the bushes. I was just looking for the cat, Really strange. Yeah, it looked like I was searching for something. Yeah, that's all it was. One more like to go. Okay, I'm at 40. Oh, am I at 40? I don't see it. I was catcalling. Oh, you know what? I guess I was. And that's illegal where I live. I still see 39. I don't see 40. I'm looking. So at 40 likes, what was I supposed to do? Tell a silly story? I feel like I tell silly stories. Like, I've been telling silly stories this whole time. I tell them in my videos too. I do plan to do a Halloween themed video. Like, it'll still be camping, but I'll try to, I have an idea for filming some things that might be a little bit on the spookier side. Not too spooky if you don't like that kind of thing, but spooky-ish. So I do have a little bit of a Halloween themed video. Shy Guy says, what about an embarrassing time from high school? Goodness sakes, I can't think of anything. I'm sure things happen to me, but you know, sometimes you mentally block stuff out if things don't go so well. High school. I went to 2 different high schools. I switched schools, so sometimes some of the memories are kind of muddled. Also, I'm probably a little older than I look, so it was a long time ago. High school wasn't like it was, 10 or 20 years ago. A little bit longer than that. Oh yeah, I'm keeping it a secret. Yeah, it's a secret. It's the Halloween thing's a secret. So, but I want to do some. Christmas Baby has to run. Get dinner ready for the family. Have a good dinner, and thank you for visiting, Christmas Baby. I really appreciate your support. Yes, Jess. Chris is trying to trigger trauma. Yeah. I don't go into this too much, but yeah, I've had some rough times before, and I wouldn't say that. I had some rough times in school, so I'll just put it that way. High school actually was better. Middle school was bad for me. Junior high was bad. High school was better, and I did go to 2 different schools, and it wasn't like bad, but it wasn't like a thing where like, hey, I was there with my friends, and I did something funny. Like I was an introvert. I just wasn't super social, so I don't really have an embarrassing moment. I tried to just like lay low. I did the only thing I could think of that. It's not embarrassing or even funny, but when I switched schools, I remember I went from one school to the other, and I didn't tell them I was in honors classes previously because I wanted to just go into the regular classes so they'd be easier. Because I was smart, but the honors classes had a lot more homework, so I slipped into the regular classes, and then they kind of caught on later on and put me back in the honors classes. But Oh, Shy Guy. Oh, Ronnie's been out of high school for 42 years. Okay. I still remember some of the embarrassing stuff I did. Yeah, I don't think I did embarrassing stuff. I don't know, like, what would be embarrassing? Like, I didn't, like, have anything, like, my, skirt didn't fly up or anything like that. I was pretty careful about that. I don't know. And I didn't really do much. Like, I didn't put myself out there to be embarrassed, I guess. I wasn't, like, on stage, or I wasn't doing speeches or anything like that. So I was just kind of like, lay low. Maybe I would have been a good stealth camper back then. I just kind of stayed quiet, tried not to be noticed. Shy Guy said in middle school, I went to detention so much. I had 1 detention in middle school, and it was for talking. And my parents thought it was the funniest thing because I didn't talk much. I didn't talk much in elementary school. You wouldn't know it from this live stream, but I didn't talk much. I was really shy. Jess graduated 23 years ago. Yikes. Yeah, no, nobody should be sitting here doing the math. I think we're all going to be kind of like, yeah, let me see. Should I do the math? Definitely more than 23 years. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do the math. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Yeah, Mark says, the way you seem to camp, I don't think any reason for you to stealth camp unless you're on a long road trip, and safety is most important. Yeah. So I just, I watch a lot of stealth camping channels, and I always think, oh, that would be fun. But then I think, yeah, that's not for me. And I camp with Teddy. And if you've seen me set up, we have a big old getup. I have a whole little, I call it his playpen, but it's this little enclosure. And, I like to I have a bunch of stuff. The minivan's full of stuff, and I have to put stuff out. I like to camp like with a lot of stuff. so I think it might be hard for me to stealth camp. Although I do want to try backpacking one of these days. Let's see. Oh, Jess said, ignore what I said, Ronnie. I didn't see your comment yet. Yeah, Jess, you might be like one of the younger people because you know what's funny? And I actually love this about my channel, but I look at the age range. If I look at the overall age range, including shorts, it's just the ages are all over the place. But if I focus just on my videos, it's like middle age and up pretty much. It's like, at least mid 30s and up. Like I get like it's definitely an older crew. And I like that because, you know, I want, I love that seeing that like there's people like in the older age ranges that are watching YouTube. And I'm hoping that I inspire some of you to get out there, even if you're not like super young, get out there and do something fun. Get out there and camp or do a different thing if camping's not your thing. But get out there and do the thing that you want to do. Um, yeah, so I do like seeing that there's like a lot of people. Tori, 34 years for me. Yeah, I'm not going to tell it. Shy Guy is class of 2000. Class of 2000. Wow. That's like not that long ago. Okay. In the 2000s. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff was all in the 1900s for me. In the 1900s. Yeah. Ronnie says she can give me a story and claim it as my own. Shy Guy has funny stories from middle school. Okay, I gotta tell you, middle school, I was bullied. Have no fun stories there. High school, I had friends. What we did. I mean, I had friends with a bunch of weird cars that would break down suddenly, and so like one car that didn't have seat belts. Like like some of your friends have like their most random cars. Um, and there was a little hill to get out of the parking lot of my high school. And like the people in stick shifts, they would always roll back. And so like I always had to leave room because they go up the hill and they roll back. I don't know what it was about the old stick shifts. They would roll backwards. Jess had to use a calculator. I don't think I want to use a calculator. It's probably going to be a big number and I'm going to be depressed. Okay. Tori went to 2 high schools, moved from California to Arizona in the middle of senior year. Ooh, okay. Middle of senior year, that's a rough one. My parents did move in the middle of my senior year, but I was luckily it wasn't too far from my previous high school. I had a car, so I was able to drive then. But California to Arizona, yeah, you definitely can't drive back. Let's see. Does 20 minutes in count as backpacking in? I mean, it's a hike in. It's definitely a hike in. There's campsites where you have to hike in, and that's definitely at least a hike in. I don't know if it's full on backpacking, but you do carry all your stuff on your back, so I don't know. Jess says Sam is much younger than me, so I always feel like I'm older than everyone. Oh, okay. I wouldn't have guessed that. I know, like, when I've seen pictures, I thought you were the same age or possibly younger. Um, yeah, so you definitely look young for your age, which is good. Um, Ronnie says old fogies like me come in and chat with the whippersnappers. You're not old, stop it. Um, yeah, I don't know. Now I almost feel like okay, Shy Guy says he's older than Jess. Okay. Bee Bees in the Trap? What is that? I just lost my spot again. Okay. Is older than a mug. Okay, that was funny. Okay. Um, Shy Guy was bullied until he grew to 6'2". Then they stopped messing with me. I only made it to 5'3", so I wasn't intimidating to anybody. But no, it seemed like as kids matured, it was just junior high. It was just like just some really mean kids. So luckily in high school they stopped, and that was good. But I still, my personality was still I was still kind of an introvert. Yeah, I don't know. Kids, yeah, now, yeah, Jess, now that like it was more about them than you. But at the time, like I had no idea. And I was the oldest kid in my family, so I didn't have like an older brother or sister who could kind of tell me about that stuff. So I didn't know what was going on, you know. Let's see. Yeah, some of you guys are all really young. Oh, Jess is 41. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Okay, so you just said, I love when people think I'm younger than him. I didn't want to say that out loud just in case Sam's watching, but I really did think so. I didn't know he was only 34, to be honest. You know, it's sometimes like guys that have like facial hair and stuff, I can't tell. Like camping with Steve, I thought was like older than he is. A bit older, and I'm like, oh, okay, like he's not as old as I thought he was. You know, sometimes guys with facial hair, I just can't tell. And then when they wear hats, I can't tell if they have hair or not, you know, and you just don't know. Oh, Daniel, hello. Yeah, you're welcome for the gift membership. I had some free ones to give away, so I'm glad that you hopped on. I knew that I knew you. I saw you in a live stream recently, and I'm glad that you were able to hop on. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know, Jess. I did read that. I'm not sure what I was reading. Okay. Uh, it didn't seem like they had like a rude message or anything though, so that's fine. Oh yeah, yeah, Daniel, I saw you on High Plains Camper. Yeah, that's right. I knew I had seen you in a when I saw your name pop up with the free membership, I knew I'd seen you recently. So good to see you here. Uh Ari's World, hello. Hello, good to see you. I missed your live stream again on Sunday. I keep missing your live streams and I've got to get to one. Um yeah, you just had one was it Sunday, I think? You have some really good swimming pool ones. Oh, dog friendly too. Let's see. Shy Guy says people used to think I was in my 20s. My eye lines can't hide it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time since somebody thought I was in my 20s. Let's see. AJ says my hair says my age, so I hide it. Yeah, I notice a lot of guys wear hats and you just can't tell how old they are. Like you can't tell the hairlines, so that's cool. Jess says Sam's definitely aging quickly, makes me feel younger. Goodness. Well, hopefully he's not like, you know, not aging quickly on the inside. Sometimes too, you just can't, like I said, scruffy facial hair. But Sam lost a lot of weight recently. So I think that makes him look younger too. Like I know when I first started watching Northwest Wind, he was a bit heavier, and sometimes that just makes someone look older. Daniel says my schnauzer is sitting right beside me in the recliner watching TV. That is cool. Ari's World, I may have a gray hair or two, but I just tell my daughters it's a reflection of light. Yeah, I get a couple of those too. There's some of my videos you could definitely see them, and you don't see them right now for some reason. They're just not. Yeah, I don't have any gray hair right at the moment. Sometimes, like especially with ladies, the gray hairs go away sometimes. Yeah. AJ says I was guessing 35 on you. Can you guess my age? 35 on me? No, I'm not. I'm definitely past 35. Yeah. I'm not going to guess your age. I don't, because what if I guess it wrong? Oh, goodness. I'll guess 35 on you, too. There you go. Daniel's watching the Tournament of Champions cooking show. Oh, that's cool. Shy Guy says, I guess I must look ancient with my weight. We don't know what you look like, Shy Guy. We have no idea. I just know I have no idea. Like, how could I even guess what you look what your age is? You could be 25. You could be 75. You gave us a hint though with your graduation year, so you're definitely not 75. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. AJ says I wish I was 30. Yeah, I wish I was too. I'm definitely not 35. Oh, good. My sparkling water is warm. Okay. Sparkling water tastes really good cold, but it doesn't taste so good warm. Well, let's see. I still have people on here. Wow. I really love that you guys are here. Here still. At some point, because I started at 6, at some point I do need to leave again to take Teddy out. Now he's been going longer than 2 hours now, without going to the bathroom. When I first adopted him, we were having a little bit of potty trouble, and I think he was an outdoor dog. I think he probably just lived outside. The potty training took a little while and took a lot of patience, but he's been doing great. He's not having to put the little diapers on him anymore, and I just, just keep an eye on him. But I still do need to take him out at least one more time before bedtime. It's only 7:51 where I live, but the sun is starting to go down. And gosh, I don't know what time they come out, but around 10 o'clock at night, I've seen some coyotes in my neighborhood, and so have some of my neighbors. So I try to take Teddy out one more time. Like we went on a longer walk earlier, but I'll take him out just to go to the bathroom one more time before bed. And I'm always really careful with that. I keep my eyes open, and you know, if a coyote wants to bother him, they're gonna have to go through me. I'm telling you that. But let's see. Yeah. Oh, hello, Moonshine. Thanks for joining. Hey, it's good to see you here. Uh, oh, Daniel, you had mentioned about your schnauzers because my aunt and uncle have schnauzers. They have only one left right now, but they've had schnauzers for years, and those are great dogs too. Like they're so smart and so sweet. Um, when they had when I Yeah, it was right after I had lost Flynn and I went to go visit my aunt and uncle, and their schnauzer he's not always friendly with everyone, but he like sat on my lap, and he gave me the sweetest look, and he was like, "I am here for you." I don't know how dogs know. They just know things, and it was just so sweet. Yeah. So I know schnauzers, they have like a magical ability just to, you know, I know they read your mind. Um let's see. Oh, somebody's saying, "Hey, Todd." Oh, Camping with Champion is here. I know what Shy Guy looks like. Yeah, we don't know if he looks like he's 25 or 65. We have no idea. Okay. So, hello, Todd. Good to see you. Yeah, some people just logged on, so we'll stay on for a little bit longer. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, it's been a really fun hangout. Um, I'm going through this on my phone because the iPad's just jumping all around. Shy Guy said, "Oh, on the your live stream, I missed that part where you showed your face, but you removed it from the live stream. Oh, darn. Okay, so some of you know what he looks like, huh? Camping with Champion has a picture. Oh, that's sweet. Well, you guys met in person, so obviously, yeah. Either that or Shy Guy's passing out pictures to some of his friends. Oh no, I didn't get one. Yeah. Oh yeah. If it gets out, I know who did it. Todd did. AJ has a new e-scooter. Very cool. Ronnie has a 100-pound Australian Shepherd, taller than your typical Aussie. Yeah, that's a beautiful dog. I love seeing you take your dog outside. Yeah, Daniel says schnauzers are super smart enough to try to play dumb. Yeah, the smarter the dog is, the more selective their hearing is, the more stubborn they can be. My very first dog was extremely smart, extremely stubborn. Teddy's smart, but he's super silly, so he's got like a good balance. Like where he's smart enough to understand things, but he like goes into this silly little derpy personality sometimes. It's just really, really cute. Camping with Champion, want me to send it to you? Oh no, that's okay. I mean, to tell you the truth, I actually do know what Shy Guy looks like, so you don't have to send me a picture. I do, yeah, I do know what he looks like, but you don't, you don't have to send me the picture. Oh yeah, so Shy Guy just said she knows what I look like. Yeah, I think it was a group picture of you guys all eating dinner. I did get to see that picture. It was a bunch of content creators eating dinner together because Tony from Random Adventures 2.0 was there. Jess says, "My retinas are still burning from that live and not because of Chris's face." Yeah, he doesn't look as bad as you would think. The fact that he hides his face, you're thinking, "Oh gosh, he must look really bad," but he doesn't look as bad as you would think. uh, your dog Benji is cute, AJ. Oh, yeah. Cute dog. Camping with Champion. Oh, Camping with Champion is running Shy Guy's picture through AI to take his shirt off. Okay, Todd, what are you doing? I don't know what collection of pictures you have there, but that's that is kind of weird. Anyone old enough to remember Benji? Yes, I am. I'm old enough to remember a lot of things. I actually loved the Benji movies when I was a kid. And I loved that, or I still love that they always used shelter dogs for Benji. Like they would go adopt a dog from the shelter and then train it so that it could, be in the movie. And I thought that was really cool. Yeah, that's a great, and I don't judge people that don't go to shelters because my first dog wasn't from a shelter, and most of my friends' dogs aren't from shelters, but I I did get Flynn from the animal shelter, and he turned out to be so great. So I decided to get Teddy as well. It took me a while to find a small dog. It's hard to find if you're looking for a certain size dog, and I was looking for one that was hopefully hypoallergenic because my mom has allergies to dogs. And yeah, I found Teddy. I was really lucky to find him. It's hard. It's hard to find the right dog at the shelter, but if you can find the right dog, I think it's I do. I don't know what Teddy's life was before, so I'm happy that I have him now, and we can both help each other. He's helped me out a lot, and I feel like he's probably happy here. I think he's happy, being with me and traveling with me. Ronnie says, Shy Guy Adventures. I'm thinking we should start a GoFundMe for you so you can get some suspenders. Yeah, I did comment to him one time that he wears his pants dangerously low. Dangerously low. Like I'm thinking, ooh, wow, like, I don't know if that's a fashion statement or if he needs some suspenders. But I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're camping. The stealth camping calendar, that actually would be cool. All the stealth campers do a little calendar. Ronnie, no mooning on camping trips. Forgot about the calendar. There is a calendar? Oh, you guys are joking about a calendar. Oh, that kind of calendar. Yeah. I was thinking it would be cool to have just people's profile pictures and have a calendar. Ari's World says hypoallergenic is good. Ari Bear too. Yeah. The doodles and the poodle mixes, they're hypoallergenic, which is good if you have any friends or family who have allergies. I am allergic to cats, and I guess I was allergic to dogs as a young kid, but I grew out of that. I don't seem to be allergic to any dogs anymore. But my mom is allergic to some breeds. She was actually allergic to Flynn, which made things a little bit tricky. But I had there's a shampoo that helps with the allergens that I would use when I was visiting my parents. And it helped, but my mom would still, she'd get a stuffy nose with him. Okay. Oh, yeah, the stealth camping calendar for charity. There you go. Shirtless calendar. Okay. Ronnie says, we got Micah at the shelter. He was someone's service dog, and we were looking for a service dog for my son. He was easy to train since he'd already been trained. That's really good. It's good to be able to give him another job. He was trained to do a job, and you're able to give him a second job. The men of stealth camping. Interesting. Okay. What are you guys, this calendar thing, you guys? Yes, doodle mixes. Yeah, when I took Teddy to the groomer, because his hair mats really crazy. The Shih Tzu poodle mix, for some reason, the hair just mats. I took him to the groomers, and they told me, oh, he's a doodle mix, so they have to charge more because his hair has a different texture. And I was like, oh, great. Thanks a lot, Teddy, for being a doodle mix. No, he's got really, really, really soft fur. And that's actually the thing that kind of sold him to me. When I picked him up at the shelter, he grabbed onto me and hugged me, first of all. And I thought, oh, he's so sweet. His fur is just so soft. I mean, it's like, sometimes you have a beanie with a poof on top that's super soft, or those little poofy things that girls hang from their purses. He's soft like that, super soft. Todd, Tony, and I are fighting for July. Do you guys all have July birthdays? Your calendar, I don't know. You guys are funny. Yeah, Micah's a cutie. Camper is a Pom Poodle mix. He's the first dog I actually bought. Yeah, that's right. The Pomeranian poodle. Actually, Teddy has, I think, 2% Pomeranian or 1% Pomeranian. And his poodle is 37%. The biggest percent that Teddy has is Shih Tzu, and that's 42%. And as I was saying before, since Flynn was a full-bred, he was a purebred Shih Tzu. I still got him from the shelter, but he was a purebred Shih Tzu. I was really happy when I found out that Teddy was 42% Shih Tzu, because I'm like, oh, I got another Shih Tzu. Yeah. So Pom Poodles, yeah, that's a great mix. And he's super, super cute, too. Camper's a super cute dog. Yeah, great name, too. Let's see. Shy Guy is talking about his birthday. Yes, soft like the purse poof. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if like the guys on here know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, those little poof things. I have one hanging from one of my tote bags. I don't just, carry around backpacks in camp. I have like cute purses too. Oh, Archer was soft like a stuffed animal. Oh, yeah. The softness like a stuffed animal. My first dog, Belle, she had, her hair was like silk. It felt like silk. It got all over everything. Like she had white fur, and so anytime I wore black, it was just all over me. But it was like silk. That was super soft. Flynn had good hair, like good thick hair, but it wasn't like unusually soft or anything. It was just like Shih Tzu hair. But Teddy's super, super, super soft. Okay, Tony does have seniority, doesn't he? We were talking about ages earlier, Todd, and people were throwing out like their graduation years and stuff, and I didn't participate because I'm a little older. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. But yeah, I think Tony's got us beat here with seniority. uh, yeah, a lot of us here with our poodle mixes. We should have a little club here, like those of us with our little poodle doodles. Daniel says nobody would ever want a shirtless trucker calendar, judging by the truckers I've seen. Ari's World says just the mess. That's so cool. Ari Bear, our doodle is soft like a teddy bear too. Yeah, you call him Ari Bear. I call my teddy bear. His middle name is actually Bear. I named him Theodore Bear because I wanted to call him Teddy Bear. Yeah, he's super soft. I love it when you have dogs that are like basically like your childhood stuffed animal, but like but real. That's what I feel like my dogs are like. Let's see. Okay, keep going a little bit here. The bubble. Well, oh, the bubble, is that like the little like the love handles or something? Okay. Todd is younger than all of us. Like everybody here? Maybe he is, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to think who was all in here still. Yeah, he might be. Okay. He's 42. I don't remember how old everybody said they were. Todd's younger than me. Okay. Yeah, Todd, you do not look 42. The only way I kind of could tell that you have aged was when you played that video where you were super young, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see it now. He's definitely older than he was back in that first video where he was, what, 20 or something like that? You had that video, that super old video, Todd, that you posted. Where you were like, I don't know if you're in your 20s. Like that was when I could tell, okay, yeah, definitely he looks older than that. But Todd, I would have guessed you were in your 30s. You definitely don't look old. Theodore Bear, Teddy Bear, yeah. So Jess is the youngest here. Don't you feel good, Jess? You're the youngest one here. So Jess says my lyric is Akita Shepherd mix. But we did the DNA test and she has a teeny tiny bit of poodle in her. Welcome to the club. Yeah, I did the DNA test on Teddy and he came back with 8 different breeds. So I'm in a lot of clubs now. Yeah, my first dog, Belle, she was one that I actually got from a pet store a long time ago. And she was a purebred Lhasa Apso. And then Flynn was advertised as a Lhasa Apso at the shelter. And since I only knew that breed, I adopted him. But he didn't act like a Lhasa Apso, and his hair and stuff and the shape of his head was way different than Belle's. So I did the DNA test on him, and he came out as 100% Shih Tzu. And so people were laughing at me, telling me I wasted my money on the DNA test because they're like, he's obviously a Shih Tzu. But I'm like, yeah, but the shelter said he was a Lhasa Apso, so I didn't know for sure. And then with Teddy, I knew he was a mutt. I just had no idea what. Teddy was actually advertised as a Lhasa Apso mix. I keep trying to get Lhasa Apsos again, and I end up with Shih Tzus, but they're great breeds too. Yeah, Jess is 41. AJ says a lot of 42-year-old people in here. AJ, are you 42 also? Let's see. I'm not. Who said I'm glad I'm not the only? AJ says I'm glad I'm not the only elder in here. I'm older. I'm definitely older. Yeah. Oh, Todd, you said you were 28. Okay, like honestly, in that video, you look young, like 18 to 20. Like you look very young there. So you're a person that just ages really slowly, which is good. And Tori says she's 51, but sometimes I have to do the math to make sure. Okay. I don't want to say my age. Some of you might know it, but I'm not going to say it out loud. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm older than I look. I definitely act younger than I am. Yeah, Ari's world. 8 breeds is very cool. It is. He's like a lot of different breeds. So like if people, oh my goodness, it's so funny. I was at a birthday party on Sunday, and it was the family was Mexican, and they have a Chihuahua. And I brought Teddy, and Teddy was doing something. They said, "Oh my gosh, your dog is acting like he's Mexican," or they said something like that. He was doing something like he was going after the Mexican food or something. And I said, "He's 10% Chihuahua," and it was so funny because they just loved that because they had a Chihuahua. It was so funny because like he could blend in anywhere. He's got European breeds, Asian breeds. He's Mexican. he kind of just blends in everywhere. He's like a little chameleon. AJ says that explains why you get hurt a lot, Todd. So Shy Guy turned 40 for the 6th time. So 46? Yeah. No, 46. 45 because 40, 41. Yeah, that makes sense. 45. Ronnie asks, is there anyone older than 60 in here? She's trying to pry. I am not older than 60. I'm older, but not older than 60. Yeah. Yeah. AJ's almost 50. Daniel says, quit doing the math. I'm staying 52. I refuse to age anymore. Okay. Yeah. Who doesn't look a day over 13? Not me. I look way over. Yeah. 41 is young, which I would agree with. 13. I don't know who looks 13 years old. Oh, Chris looks 13. Okay. Chris is Shy Guy. Tori says, I'm guessing you're close to my age based on the taste in music. We are close in age, and I would have guessed the same thing too. I could just kind of tell by your style. I could tell that there's something, yeah, probably in the same range. Ronnie says, I'm not embarrassed about my age. I'm not embarrassed about my age at all. I tell it to everybody, but I'm trying to keep some things, because this is a public channel, just not putting everything out there. Like my address, my exact age and stuff like that. You know, I'm just trying to keep some stuff private. But some of you that I've become close friends with that I've maybe like contacted, like, you know, like sometimes some of us chat on Instagram or, you know, I know that YouTube has the private chat. Some of us have chatted and had some long conversations, and then you might know my age then, but I just don't throw it out there on my channel. That's all, Ronnie. I'm not embarrassed about it, and I'm not having any issue with getting older at all too. I'm kind of looking forward to retirement, which isn't happening quite yet, but it's something that I'm kind of like getting to that window where I need to start thinking about it. And some of my friends a lot of my friends, like, hey, my close friends at work, they're starting to retire. The people that are a bit older than me. So I'm like, okay, I got to start thinking about it. And I have lots of ideas. I think if I retired, I could start posting videos every week. Yeah, instead of every other week. That would be fun. Chris, if you graduated in 2000, aren't you 44? Possibly. Daniel says 70s music will never die. That is cool to know, because that is not my genre of music, but I was at the dentist yesterday and they were playing Sirius XM, like Taste of the 70s or whatever it was. And some of the music was cool. It was like disco and stuff. They had some cool music. There's a lot of good music that's from before my time. There's a lot of music from this, like the 1960s that I love, and the 70s as well. Yeah. AJ says he's never broken anything in my body. That is good to know. I don't think I've broken a bone either, but I hate saying that without knocking on wood. Okay, my table. Sorry, that was me knocking on the table. Teddy heard me knocking on wood, and now he's barking at the door. Teddy, that's no... Okay, hang on a second. If I don't open the door and let him see that nobody's there... Okay, Teddy, there's nobody here, though. There's nobody here. There's nobody. Okay, we're good? Okay. So Teddy needs me to open the door anytime he hears something to make sure there's nobody there, and then he's fine. He's a really good watchdog. He's a good watchdog. He's got really good hearing, and that's helpful. He hears better than I can. So AJ is older than Shy Guy. Okay. It's so funny how we're all talking about our ages. Ari's world is 44. Okay, you look young for your age as well too. Um, yeah, I couldn't tell. I know you've got like young kids and stuff. I couldn't tell. Shy Guy is 45. Okay. You guys are so funny with all your age things. Everyone's like excited. I think we're excited because I told you like this is the group. Like my viewers are like skewed a little bit towards the older side, and I've even got people like it goes up high like 60s, 70s. Like I've got people in that range as all the way up. I don't know how high it goes. I forgot what the ranges were, but I just remember it was like skewed on the higher side, and I thought that's kind of cool. The only time I've seen it like skewed a little bit younger is if I'm looking at the analytics for the shorts, like Teddy jumping up and down. Like, oh, obviously I'm going to get younger people watching that. But yeah, like it's an older crowd. I like that. Because we have more experience and we have like, I'm not saying anybody that's young doesn't have experience, but sometimes the people, like the older people, they can offer a little bit more life experience, a little bit better perspective on things, you know, what's important. You know, you after you've lived so many decades, you kind of realize what's more important to you. Like, is it, you know, like your looks, your outward appearance? Is it staying looking young, or is it just, following your dreams and doing things that you love? You know, I think you become more wise as you're older. So I think that's cool. I'm gonna start getting like AARP commercials on my on my videos. Daniel says in the year 3000, CCR Credence Clearwater revival. See, I knew who you were talking about. They'll still be blasting through the airways. I love their music. Yeah, Credence Clearwater Revival. That's one of my parents' favorite bands, so I've listened to them a lot. Some redneck will yell, play some Skinnerd. Oh, Leonard Skinnerd. Jess joined Bookstagram in June. That will make you feel instantly old. Bookstagram? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like a book club, probably. Like I have the Libby app where I actually use it to rent audiobooks for free from the library. That way when I'm driving to my camping trips or if I'm doing road trips, I have audiobooks to listen to. And I'm on Goodreads as well. I don't know what Bookstagram is. That sounds actually something I would be up to. Tori says, I think keeping things private is a good thing. Yeah, like I'll tell you, Tori, like separately, like, we can chat, but I'm not putting my exact age because I just don't, I'm just trying to keep, but I'm not super young. So just, I tell people I'm giving you guys a lot of clues by my band t-shirts, like my age range. Like I'm not trying to be trendy and wear like old, like, oh, this is vintage. Like I'm literally wearing like, my favorite bands. So that gives you a clue. Like it's the bands that of the people of my age range. Let's see. Ronnie says, you didn't read the rest of my comment. Oh, I'm sorry. I followed it up with, I'm partially surprised I've lived this long. Oh, I didn't read it out loud. I did see it. I'm not, partially. Yes, you've gone through a lot, Ronnie. You've had a lot of things happen health-wise. And sometimes, there's a reason you're still here. And I've seen some of your videos and you're giving us some really great lessons. Like that's an example of someone who's lived long, lived through some adversity and, sharing their experiences and giving people hope that are going through things too, Tori says, I love 70s music. Cool. Don't we wish we could play the music that we're listening to in our videos? I would have such a great time putting my favorite music. Like when I do my Instagram stories, I'm able to put some songs I like. I try to do it themed to the camping trip, but sometimes I'll just throw a song I like on there. Todd might be climbing something tomorrow. Oh, we're not doing one of those really high, those one, like not a billboard one again, not one of those really high billboards, I hope, Todd. Shy Guy says, I don't walk on logs anymore. I slipped and fell, almost destroyed my elbow. I also don't do dumb things anymore. Well, that's good. So my favorite hobby when I'm not camping is mountain biking. And my best mountain biking friend is actually, she's older. She's in her 70s and she is braver than I am. Sometimes I do some things where I should be a little bit more careful, but she will like if she'll say, "Hey, let's go down this trail," and I'll be like, "Ugh, like you go ahead of me." And she's brave. She'll go ahead of me, and usually she does okay. And I'm the one that stops, and I'll get off my bike and say, "I can't do this part." I'll walk back, or I'll like have to walk the part because it's something that's too steep or too rocky for me. But she'll try anything. And the last time we rode, she actually had got a little injury because there was a part of the trail that was totally washed out and she slid. And luckily for me, I was following her, so I was able to stop and I was able to walk down it. I was still sliding, but at least I was off my bike and I was expecting the loose part. But she slid and hurt herself. So and I obviously don't want her to hurt herself. So we got to be more careful. AJ's 30th high school reunion is next year. Okay. Jess, it makes me sad that 90s music is on oldies channels now. Yeah, when you start to hear the music like of your generation and they're playing it, like Trader Joe's, I don't know if you all have Trader Joe's. It's a grocery store that we have out here. They're playing all my favorite songs right now. And I'm walking like through the aisles and I'm singing and people are looking at me like, gosh, like she's old. Like if she's singing along with Duran Duran, she's got to be old. Yeah, I'm like singing along with all those songs. Oh, Shy Guy says, I hope you're not getting another drone down, Todd. Yeah, Todd, you get great footage with the drones, but I think sometimes you're taking them places where they get stuck. And yeah, hopefully you're not having more drone issues. I want to get a drone at some point. Tori in Oregon, she does some great drone footage in her videos. I think you could even do more of that, Tori. I'm trying to think. Like, do you do drone footage where you're in it too? Like maybe you could do some, I don't know. Trying to think. I know you said you're trying to extend your videos, and I don't want to give unsolicited advice, but yeah, like there's definitely some things I think we could watch more of, Tori, so you can get some more hours. They definitely don't make music like they used to. They sure don't, but there are some good bands and some songs that do come out sometimes where I'm like surprised that I still like it. So there, listen out there for stuff. There are still some good bands. There's some good things. Shy Guy says 90s was playing at work today. Well, that's good. You like 90s music, Shy Guy, don't you? Oh, Daniel said, my finger accidentally swiped off the page when you said your genre of music and poor Dolly came up. Oh, Dolly Parton. Yeah, that's sad. That's a big loss, I'm sure. For like country music and just people in general, everybody loved Dolly Parton. Yeah, that's Suzanne. Hello. I love your videos. Do you like staying more than one night in campgrounds? I do. And sometimes I do. I've been generally keeping my trips short just for ease of taking Teddy places. Sometimes it's, he's a little bit easier like on the go. Like if we're driving somewhere, we camp overnight, then drive back. That's a little bit more simple. And as I was telling people earlier, like bathroom situations, they can vary. And a lot of campgrounds do have showers, but some of them don't. And so sometimes it's just nice to be able to shower at home. I've been trying, like, if I'm in a mountain campground and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too crowded, I've been trying to book 2 nights because I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to be super crowded. The campsite looks big. I'll stay there 2 nights. And so I've had a couple of 2-night camping trips. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever done 3 nights. I don't think I've ever done 3 nights camping. Maybe I'll have to try that. I'll find a place. I think it's hard too because I'm trying to squeeze them into weekends. So sometimes that makes it more difficult, but I'll try to do 3 nights. I think that would be kind of fun. Oh, okay. I'm way behind. Jess is saying about he felt the vibration of the knock in his body. Yeah, dogs can feel the vibration of the knocks. I'm probably way behind here. Shy Guy says, hi, Suzanne. I've done 2-day trips. Yeah, I've done a lot of 2-day trips. Todd says 75% of my viewers are 35 or older. Yeah, my whole channel's skewed older too. Shy Guy says, get off my lawn. Yeah, Teddy's very protective of our home, and he doesn't know where it ends. So if anybody's like in the little courtyard of our condo complex, he'll bark at them too because they shouldn't be there. That's our grass. He doesn't really know where our home ends. It's kind of funny. Okay, trying to keep up here. Tori says, the older I get, the less I care about what others think. It's been liberating. Me too. Me too. I finally got past that, like what other people think. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I've never been heavier in my life, and I'm sometimes when I watch my videos, I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm not really always happy with the way sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, like the way my shirt is sticking out, it's like not flattering, but I'm just gonna go with it. That's how I look today. That's what I look like right now. You know, and that's about you know, this is the best this might be the best I look for the rest of my life. So here you go. This is you know, this is me. Oh, Suzanne says love Libby. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm way behind here. I'm gonna try to go a little bit a little faster through here. Shy Guy plays drums. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tori puts an 80s tune. I didn't realize we could put that in your short. So I may start doing more shorts so I can just put songs that I like on there. Shy Guy says he plays the baritone. The baritone what? Baritone. There's lots of baritones. Okay. Todd wants to start a band. Can I be in the band too? I play the ukulele. I have a guitar. I have a banjo. Still learning how to play both of those, but I can kind of play the ukulele. What is the baritone? Baritone saxophone? What are we talking about? Tori's doing more drone footage. Shy Guy would play Sublime and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like both of those bands too. I like a lot of 90s music as well. That's also kind of my overlap genre. I'm 80s and 90s. Suzanne said, do you like to stay camping more than one night? I noticed Mr. Videos, you always camp one night. Oh, most of your videos. I do 1 or 2 nights just to make it easier for me. I'm a person that likes to come home and shower. And I don't like to pack too much food. So I've been keeping them short, and I've been also doing that so I can go more places and be like, little trip here, little trip there. It's a little bit easier for me. But yeah, I want to try to do some longer camp. I want to do some longer camps. Daniel says Charities took a huge loss losing Dolly. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, AJ says it's still funny your GPS got you lost. That was the Stone Creek campground. I put it in my GPS. I zoomed in. I could have sworn it looked like it was at the campground. It was Stone Creek campground. It took me to the Mount San Jacinto Community College, and I looked, and somebody must have done this as a joke, but they put a Stone Creek campground dot, like a pin, at the college. So I was 45 minutes away from the real campground when I got there. Todd saw Stone Temple Pilots in concert in Birmingham, Alabama when he was 16. So you saw it with Scott Weiland? I saw them with Scott Weiland as well. I was in the pit, and I think I was the only person there who had not taken anything. And I got really scared because people were very wild there, and I had to get pulled out, and I got to watch it from the side because I was scared. Yeah, Stone Temple Pilots was pretty wild back in the day, but Scott Weiland was there. I was like in the pit, and I got to see him right in front of me. I'm glad I got to see the show. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, sorry. Tori did a 3-night trip. Okay, I did this thing last summer where you see there's a series of videos where I went to Lake Kachuma, and then I stayed in an Airstream, and then I went to Montaña de Oro State Park. And that was meant to be a 5-night camping trip. I was supposed to do 2 nights at Lake Kachuma. I was supposed to drive up to the Portola Redwoods. That was a little farther north for me. And I was going to do that for 2 nights and then do the Montaña de Oro on the way back. But I did the 2 nights at Lake Kachuma, didn't have enough food. I got really cranky, and I decided not to go to Portola Redwoods. So instead, I got the Airstream, so I would have my own personal bathroom for a couple nights. And Flynn was there with me too. And when we were at Lake Kachuma, it was just kind of dusty and stuff, and his eyes looked irritated. So I wanted to have like an indoor environment for him for a couple days and do his eye drops and stuff. And so we felt much better after that. And then we did the one night at Montaña de Oro, then drove home. So that was supposed to be a 5-night camping trip at 3 campsites, and I kind of chickened out in the middle. Daniel saw Three Doors Down in Columbus, Georgia. They were very good. Okay, we're talking concerts. That's really cool. A lot of my favorite bands have kind of like reunited or they've gone on tour recently. And they're older, but they still do some really good shows. One of my favorite bands to see in concert live is Duran Duran because they are still rocking it. They are still so good. One of my other favorite bands is Depeche Mode, but that one's a tougher one because my favorite member of Depeche Mode left the band in the 90s. And then another member passed away a few years ago. Passed away the same year that my first dog passed away. And that was just when you go through like some rough periods, that was just a rough period for me. So that it's harder. I still like to see Depeche Mode, but it's a little, it's like kind of bittersweet seeing them. Oh, Ronnie said that since my last stroke, I've gained a bunch of weight. Yeah, that's got to be hard when you have like a health issue like that happen. And yeah, but we're just going to be on camera with whatever, and none of us look bad. It's like go on camera with whatever weight you are, and you're like, maybe one day, you look better, but I don't, if you don't, then who cares? Todd says, I don't rewatch my videos because I hate seeing or hearing myself. You know what? I don't care for it too much either. Seeing not you. I don't care for seeing myself or hearing myself that much either. I don't care for my voice. I feel like I sound like a Charlie Brown character. Like I probably do. Like that's what I'm hearing. I'm just like, oh, I sound like Charlie Brown, and not even one of the girl characters. Like that's what I feel like I'm hearing. And like I said, when I'm editing, I'm just like, oh, sometimes I'm like, oh, shoot, this is an important scene, but I don't feel like I look good in it. But I just throw it in anyways. The baritone is a brass instrument, so it's just called a baritone. It's not like a baritone saxophone or anything. It's just called a baritone. Baritone, I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look it up. It's just called a baritone. Is it like a tuba or something? It's just called a baritone. Okay. I was in orchestra when I was in school. I played the violin. I've never been in band. Hala, hello. Good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm really far behind in the messages. I'm going to try to go a little faster here. Good to see you. I was just at Hala's live stream earlier, and he goes to see like 80s and 90s bands too, like cover bands and stuff. Very cool. Oh, Suzanne says you look great and you have a great outlook. Thank you. Well, thanks. I try to. I enjoy myself camping, and I'm just trying to be positive about stuff, and so that's hopefully it's coming through in my videos. I know there's a lot of negative. Sometimes I get there and I'll admit, I say, I'm feeling kind of grumpy right now. I haven't eaten, so I try to admit the real things that are happening. I don't script anything. It's just whatever's happening, but I try to always make sure I'm highlighting the positive because every campground I go to has something positive, and I do enjoy every trip. Daniel says Aerosmith puts on a heck of a concert. I would imagine so. They're a great band. Oh, thank you, Jess. You said you are truly beautiful inside out. Thank you. That's so sweet. Ronnie's naming some great singers. How am I still so far behind? You guys are typing fast. Shy Guy said his first concert was Weird Al. He is hilarious. Yeah, Stone Temple Pilots. I believe they're still together touring, but obviously a different lead singer. Yeah, sadly, the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots passed away. He had a lot of substance abuse issues and stuff. And yeah, that was really sad. It's really sad when, talented people pass away when they have like issues like that. I don't know if any of you guys are fans of like the actress Hayden. I don't know how to say her last name, Panettiere, that the actress that passed away recently, but I was just really sad about that. I used to watch the show Heroes, and I just thought she was she seemed like just such a sweet person, but she had a lot of struggles in life and passed away at 36 recently. And that's sad. Sometimes when you hear things like that happen, you just kind of appreciate, like I appreciate making it to like the age that I did, because a lot of people don't make it this far. And we've all gone through some hard things, you know? Some people make it through and some people don't. Oh yeah. Just says, now that you said you sound like a yeah, Charlie Brown character. I'm hearing that going like, oh gosh. But maybe I can get into voiceover work. Maybe I can voice one of the characters. America. Oh, a baritone is like a small tuba. Okay, maybe I know what you mean. Okay. I think I know what you mean now. Just wasn't ringing a bell. Um Daniel is no little guy. Oh, you football player. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of football players are tall and built bigger, you know. Let's see. Tree people rock. What are tree people? Like hammock campers? Yeah, it's not always easy to be. Oh, is the truck engine running in the campground, Jay? Yeah, I had that one. What was that one? Table Mountain. I loved that campground, but the there was like nobody camping around me, and then the one person right across the little road from me, they were running like a V8 truck engine all day long, and I couldn't understand why. I mean, maybe they were powering something, but to run a truck engine all day like that, and it wasn't even like they were, just running it for a little bit to charge something. They were running it all day. I mean, wouldn't you get a generator? Like, why would you run a truck engine all day? So I got to hear it and smell the exhaust all day. I don't always have the best of luck when I'm camping, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just, you know, people are going to be there. And I like seeing that other people like camping too. And sometimes people, like, they don't realize they're playing their music. Okay, everybody can hear it. They don't realize they're playing their music too loud. People sometimes go there and they're partying and they're just kind of not thinking and stuff. And I get that. Sometimes people stay up late. I've never really had anybody, campers, be really mean to me or anything, though. I've had people just sit there and stare at me. I've had people walk right through my campsite, but they've usually been friendly. I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, Todd, save the cheerleader, save the world. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. I got kind of sad because, she just seemed like such a nice person, and she had a daughter and stuff. And yeah, Jess, like, the loss of Hayden is tragic. Yeah, I got her book on, I'm on hold or whatever on the list for her book through Libby. I want to listen. If you listen to the audiobook, she narrates it. So, Losing Dolly. I haven't read Dolly's book, but I definitely have followed her, and I just let you know. Yeah, it's hard. Life is hard. We lose a lot of people. I don't know. Lose people, we lose our pets and stuff. And we just, I think a lot of people have struggles, and sometimes hearing other people talk about it, is helpful. Just knowing that, hey, we're not alone. We all go through things. We're just trying to make it through life. Shy Guy saw the wax figure of Dolly Parton in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, she's in a lot of wax museums. Hollis says, I can't believe the people who brought and watched the TV while they were camping. Yeah, when I walked by their they had like a pretty big tent. Like, I don't know if it's inflatable or what, but they had a pretty big tent. It may have been inflatable. When I walked by, I couldn't tell if it was like a TV. I think it may have just been like a screen that they were projecting, but they were full on watching like a big screen. And it was pretty loud. And I was like, why are we doing this while we're camping? I do watch my iPad sometimes, but it's much quieter, and usually I'm watching it when I'm inside the minivan. Oh yeah, Ronnie, I had that one park ranger that kept walking past the campsite. He was going back and forth, and he was carrying stuff out. And I was wondering if, like, something happened to somebody back there and they were just carrying out the stuff. Either remains or they were carrying out I don't know. It was weird. A bunch of stuff he was carrying. Shy Guy said that woman that came into my campsite and fished there. Yeah, people walk right into your campsite. When I was at Lake Kachuma, there were the guys that kept walking through my campsite. And one guy, like, walked into my campsite. He pet my dog, Flynn. And he was like, I was like, okay, like, bye. And I thought he was going to leave. And then he came back again. And I said, excuse me, like, you're going to have to walk a different way. There's an empty campsite next to me. Like, go that way. Like, this is my campsite. I paid the money. I paid extra to be on the lake, and if you want to see the lake, either get a campsite on the lake or walk a different way. But he was really intoxicated too, which I didn't care for, because I don't I don't drink on my trips, because like, especially if I'm by myself with Teddy, like I need to really be alert and be on. I don't want to. I'm not. I'm a very lightweight. Like drinking one beer would probably just me. I'd probably like if I pass out and fall asleep, and I don't want to be like on my chair outside or I want to make sure that I'm totally alert when I'm camping. So I don't drink on my trips. Also, I sleep in a minivan, and I'm not sure about all the laws, but I don't want to. I'm in a car, so I don't know what the laws are there. So I just to be safe, I don't drink on mine. So I notice the people that are drinking. So I notice things a lot too. Like I'm sure if I had something to drink, if I did my they call it step 2, if I did that, I wouldn't notice as much, but I notice everything. Oh, Daniel met Toby Keith and Aaron Tippin. That's cool. Oh, you were in Iraq, yeah. Yeah, Daniel, you said you were in the military, right? Yeah, thank you for your service. My family is a lot of Army veterans in my family. Oh, you met Chuck Norris too. That's really cool. Oh, Jess, you haven't watched my videos yet? Yeah, I have. It's mostly just camping with if you like my dog Teddy, it's camping with my dog, and then you'll get to meet my minivan. It's my minivan is a 2006 Toyota Sienna. She's old. When I get to here, I'm going to try to keep going here. I'm going to try to catch up to the comments, and then I'll tell you about Minnie. Oh, I caught up. Okay. Oh, Todd, you read Ozzy Osbourne's book before he passed. Oh my gosh, he shot cats? What? He had he definitely had a lot of substance abuse issues for sure. Oh, yeah, I don't like to read about harming animals. I'm one of those people that anytime I see a movie, and at this point it's even sometimes reading some books, I have to go on that website, doesthedogdie.com, and I have to make sure a dog doesn't die. Todd, you had mentioned this billboard. There was a billboard in Los Angeles where a guy was living in it. It was like I think it was for the movie The Last House, and a guy was living in a billboard for a few days. It was an advertisement in LA, and I was seeing all these other. I follow a lot of vloggers that they cover Southern California like attractions, theme parks and stuff like that, and so I'd already known about that one. So I thought the movie sounded interesting, so I went on doesthedogdie.com. And yeah, if you're a dog lover, you don't want to see that movie. It sounds like a really terrible scene about their family dog. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't watch movies where things happen to animals. I have an issue with that and children things that I had a little bit of trouble with. It was called well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to spoil things for you guys. I shouldn't have even said that about The Last House. I'm so sorry. I just felt like I had a lot of dog lovers on here that might be with me and not want to see something sad. Sad dog things, no. Sad children things, no. And it's not that I want to see adults dying, but no, I don't really. I mean, I don't really like to see people dying. Period. I had a hard time with The Notebook. Yeah, so I don't know. I want to be entertained. I want movies to be funny. I want movies to there could be a lot of action and. Usually if there's just like a lot of like a lot of gore, I just kind of like don't watch it that much. I just don't, yeah. I don't think guys should have to, nobody should have to die in movies. Why are we watching movies? Like, why does that keep happening? If you don't want to cry your eyes out multiple times, do not watch A Dog's Journey. Yes, A Dog's Journey and A Dog's Purpose. I read those books back when I had my first dog. I had never lost a dog before. And now that I've lost dogs, I could never watch those or read those again. I was already bawling just when I just had a dog because I knew what it was to love a dog. And I read those books and then the movies came out later. Yeah, I don't need to watch those anymore. Teddy Hugs, yeah. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, A Dog's Purpose and A Dog's Journey. Those were the books that the movies were made. It's the same story. Chuck Norris was a little dude. I didn't know that. Shy Guy watched it after, oh, that's right. You had a cat of 17 years. My first dog, Belle, was 17 when when I passed. I didn't pass away. My first dog, Belle, was 17 when she passed away. And she was my first dog. And when you have, there's no length of time that's right. It's either too short, too long. Since I had her that long, it's like such a huge chunk of my life. Huge chunk of my life. And she changed my life because she was the pet that made me a dog lover. She was the pet that made me finally understand why people were so obsessed with their dogs and why people said dogs are family. Because I had only had birds and goldfish before that, and that just wasn't the same. So, yeah. Milo and Otis. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the movie Milo and Otis. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what that was about, but I know that there's been a lot of pet movies. Yeah. Yeah, so, but going back to my first dog, 17 and a half years, that was, yeah, so, I know, I was almost going to a sad. What I was going to say was, so when my first dog was 11, I kind of already knew that I wasn't going to handle losing her well, so I went and got a second dog, and that second dog was Flynn. And, so I had kind of like an overlap. So when my first dog passed away, Flynn was still there for me. And yeah, he was like, he got me through that. He got me through that. Like, you never totally recover, but he just got me through that. And that was like, he was the dog that was kind of like trying to distract me and get me thinking about other things. And he got me to do a camping channel. Yeah, he got me to do a camping channel. Oh, Daniel says the dog journey totally made my big, but yeah, yeah, a lot. You just need a lot of Kleenex for that. Hollis says, I always thought it was silly to be sad over a pet's passing until I had a dog and she died. I didn't really understand it either. I thought they're not family. It's like, oh yeah, okay, my bird is family. Like, I thought it was the same as that. It's not. Victor, yes, R.I.P. Dolly Parton. I know we were chatting about that. That was really sad. Sad that she passed away. Daniel says, I miss all my pets from childhood to adulthood. I miss them all, even a pet chicken I had as a kid. Yeah. I do have, there's a certain parakeet that I miss that I had for a long time, and she passed away when I was away at college. Yeah, I was away at college, and I got a phone call from my parents. That was really sad. And I had a goldfish that lived for a really long time that I miss as well. But there's just those animals that were just different than the dogs because like, yeah, just Belle and Flynn I was just so close to them. And Teddy's digging a hole in the couch. I have an old couch that I'm going to replace soon, so I'm kind of just letting him go for it. Teddy, if we ever get a new couch, though, you're not going to be allowed to do that, okay? He's doing the thing where he's digging because he's tired and he probably wants to go to sleep. He's like trying to make a bed here next to me. That's what he does before he goes to bed. He does the little digging thing. Oh, good night, Jess. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I do remember Homeward Bound. Yes. Yeah, isn't that the one where there's a scene where you're kind of worried because there's an older pet and you're kind of worried. You're kind of worried about them because you're like, are they going to make it? Yeah. Good movie, but yeah, it was kind of tense. Yeah, thank you, Jess, for joining us. Shy Guy, you retracted another message. Okay, Daniel, on a meaner note, Pet Cemetery. I love that song by the Ramones, by the way, and it's kind of hilarious because it was in a little ukulele group that I'm in, we had to play some songs, and I actually played that song. And like nobody commented on it because I think it was too dark. If you listen to the lyrics, I love that song. I saw the movie back when it came out, and that there's a child. Yeah, I had trouble with it because the pets and the child. Yeah, and I thought about reading the book, but I thought no, I know better than that. But there's a YouTube channel I follow called the Grim Life Collective, and they're kind of weird. And they actually went to it was the location where they filmed the movie, and I watched that recently, and I thought that was kind of fascinating, the location, and they talked about some of the scenes. But it's a channel that kind of they go to cemeteries and weird places like that, and that popped up on my I think it might have popped up on my YouTube algorithm because I had looked for the song Pet Cemetery recently because I wanted to hear this. I hadn't heard the song in a long time, so I wanted to hear the song by the Ramones. So I was getting all kinds of Pet Cemetery videos popping up. But it's kind of cool to see the location. Yeah, Pet Cemetery. Yeah, I don't think that's not a good. It's not a good movie for us pet lovers. Yeah, like I said, I watched it a long time ago, like probably back. It was way before I had dogs. Um, Todd says, I named my youngest son after the family's name in Pet Cemetery. Oh, I don't remember your youngest son's name. I don't remember the name of the family either. We went to the house in Maine where it was filmed. I think that's where they were. They were in Maine. I think it was in Maine. Was there, I think they were in Maine actually. And then there's a cemetery that they went to where they filmed the cemetery scenes. Yeah. Teddy. Oh, it's someone's real house. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of spooky. That would be really spooky to live in a house that's like that. The house where they filmed the movie Poltergeist, it's in like an Airbnb out here in California. And I watched some videos a while back of some YouTubers that stayed there, and they tried to recreate some of the scenes. I think they're just renting it out as an Airbnb though, like nobody's living there permanently, but that would be weird. Oh, Creed. Oh, I thought he was after the band. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought either he's a fan of the band or he likes the show The Office. That's all I was thinking about for Creed. Oh, that's a cool name. That is a cool name. Todd, your kids have cool names, by the way. Yeah, like names that could also be last names. Shy Guy wants to stealth camp at a fire tower, but apparently it's illegal. Yeah, probably. Oh, you went to the cemetery too, Todd. Yeah, that's such a cool area. Ronnie, only if you get caught. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was, oh my goodness. I think I'm starting to get a little bit tired. Guys, I think I'm getting a little too tired. I had a long day at work, and with the heat, I just realized, oh, I'm starting to get tired, and I'm getting a little loopy right now. So I think I'm gonna, I need more than just my warm sparkling water. I'm gonna go drink some proper water with some electrolytes and take Teddy outside before it gets too late. So I think I'm gonna end this here. I know I hate to end it when we still have a good conversation going, but it's been almost 3 hours here for me. Kind of sitting at the same spot, and I I kind of want to take Teddy out again. But I really enjoyed this chat. I didn't think it was going to go on this long. I was really planning for this to go like an hour. I thought I was going to just call it a little early because I was tired. But oh yeah, Todd, you do like the band too. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this late. But yes, for some of you guys, it's even later. I know for some of us, like Tori in Oregon and me, it's only 8:49. But for some of you guys, it's much later. Who's gonna, yeah. So you guys, yeah, you guys are having like dueling videos. I'm pretty sure Todd will release first. I think he tends to do pretty quick with his turnaround. Yeah. AJ, it's only 8 p.m. Oh, it's not, you're not even in Pacific time? Yeah, it's almost 9 here where I'm at. Okay. Yeah, good to chat with you guys. Thank you so much. I'll have Teddy come on one more time to say goodnight. But thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you guys again soon, okay? Have a good evening. Yeah, and my next video will be out next week. It'll be Crystal Cove on Wednesday of next week. All right, let's talk later. Now I gotta find the